Yes, yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another ManDem United podcast, a podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United, people. Brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by my special guest host on Tuesdays, Mr. Red United TV himself, Ivorian Spice, is in the building. What are you telling me, Ivorian? You good?
Trust me, I'm in the building. We're back at it again. Another week, of no noise from Manchester United. But everyone else is out here enjoying the weather, enjoying the park, making signings. But we ain't doing shit. But it's been a good week for us. The sun's out, shining, probably shining in Manchester while it's shining
Yeah,
in
it's shining.
London.
You can see it there
So
through the window. You know what I'm
we're
saying?
here
It's shining,
again.
shining.
We are late, but it is what it is.
We
Lateness
are
is
late.
greatness. You get me,
Yes,
flawless.
like the great man Matisse says, lateness is greatness. It's really not, but it sounds cool. And that, my apologies, people. I was just sorting out some stuff in regards to the thumbnail and the post up for the link, people. But you know what it is, man. The show must go on. But we'll be here, even if we're late. We'll be here, ManDem United podcast on Tuesdays, 5:30 or slightly late. But me and Ivorian living up to the stereotypes. But here we are. We are hard working, people. We are hard working. We are hard working. But love, first and foremost, love to everybody who continues to support Sarcasm City TV. It's much appreciated and it does not go unnoticed. So please, please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back afterwards, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials. Add subscribe to Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell. And don't forget to subscribe to Ivorian's channel as well, Red United TV. The link's in the title. So you can click it right now and it will keep the show rolling and it will open up a new tab and take you straight to his page. So make sure you head over there as well. Everyone in the comments, big up. Please keep all your comments and questions Manchester United related. Please make sure you do that. And I've already mentioned it. No signings, but pure rumors when it comes to Manchester United. You know what I'm saying? Pure rumors. So it's not all bad, but I'm gonna give my thoughts. You're gonna give your thoughts. But De Jong, Anthony, the fullback from Hoffenheim, I can't pronounce his name. That's why I spelled it wrong. So I had to change it.
Raum
Is it
or
Ram?
Ram?
Is it
Yeah.
Ram or
I
Round?
don't,
Yeah, Jez.
Ram. I don't know.
Jez is in the chat. Jez, Jez, let me know how to pronounce his name. But the fullback anyway, that's what I'll call him now, left back. So we will get into all of that. But where do you want to start? So we can start with the De Jong rumors, the Anthony rumors, the fullback from Hoffenheim, those rumors, Eriksen rumors, the Richard Arnold little clip that came out as well. Where do you want to start, Ivorian?
Let's say the elephant in the room probably addresses the fact that we still ain't signed De Jong. You get me? So let's start off with De Jong and the current situation and what's going on, because it's quite interesting. Because Manchester United's been chasing De Jong for goddamn long. He's been saying no, I'm not really interested, and people like it to the way when you're trying to move to a girl and you keep asking her out on a date and she keeps on telling you no and nothing has changed, but you still try. You're still hopeful that maybe one day she will say yes. And this is Manchester United right now. They're just hoping that one day De Jong would just say yes to everything. Again, Manchester United right now are trying to I've already submitted a bid last week, Flawless. It got rejected. Yeah. And they're out here taking their goddamn sweet time to bring in another bid. You'll be thinking, if you were serious, knowing the season that we've just had, knowing that we need to back Erik ten Hag, the moment they say we don't like this deal, all right, how about this deal? Aggressively negotiate. But us, Manchester United, we just take our sweet ass time, Flawless. Like, when are we ever going to learn, And when will it end as well with this?
When's it gonna end?
Yes, when will it end, Robbie? The level of incompetence within the board, not able to negotiate, knowing exactly what we're facing the next season, knowing that our ops as well have made signing. I just an hour ago, Fabrizio Romano just tweeted that Arsenal signed a player, and I'm feeling sick right now, Flawless.
Who did he sign?
This Portuguese player, something Ferreira or something.
Fabio Vieira.
Right. Whatever it is, the fake Patrick Vieira. That's what they're trying to do right now. But it makes me sick that they're signing. Liverpool signing another guy from probably Scotland, probably a next gem of a fullback. And we're out here just flirting, seducing, monetizing. Disgust. All of these kind of stuff. That's what we're doing. Interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. On the on the De Jong thing, it doesn't seem the issue is with agreeing personal terms with De Jong. The issue seems to be lying with Barcelona. And Bainesy made a great point on Friday when we did Stats, Facts, and Vibe. Shout out to Statman Baines. And he was talking about how, because we've done so much bad negotiating in the past, when teams are negotiating with Manchester United, so whether that's clubs, well, when it's clubs, when it's players, when it's agents, they're going to add fees, they're going to add more money to it. So club CEOs on the way and go, you know what, let's add some money onto this transfer. Player CEOs and be like, let me ask for more wages. Agent CEOs, and they're like, let's ask for more agent fees. So that's why I understand whoever's negotiating for Manchester United, why they're playing hardball. It's about time. I understand why they're not. Say it's 10, 15 million extra. Barcelona one. Just using that as an example. I understand why we're trying to not, because we're trying to not be that club anymore. I say it, man. We're the gal who was a hoe who don't want to be a hoe no more. That's legit it. That's where we're at. We're the gal with the female with the scandalous past. Absolute scandalous. And then a guy has approached us, and the guy's like, all right, this is easy. I know what you're like. The girl's like, no, you need to take me out. No. You know what I'm saying? It's not that anymore. I'm not just going to come around to yours. That's where you're laughing. That's where we're at. Because that's what we've been for the past 10 years. You know what I'm saying? 80 million for Maguire. You know what I'm saying? All these things. However much for Bruno. You know what I'm saying? 50 million for Wan-Bissaka. You know what I'm saying? However much for Lindelof. Like, the list goes on and on and on. They see it and they're like, you know what? Yeah, Manchester United are here. All right, we know what we're getting here. So I understand why we're playing hardball. And I use that analogy to make it clear as to that's what we are. Because one thing which Arnold said in the clip that when the people secretly recorded him, or whether they did or whether they didn't, was, I can't show you where that £1 billion been spent. And and me and you have said that many a time, and every Manchester United fan can see, it's like, where's all the money been spent? So that's key. So understand why we are playing hardball. Because I used another example. This is a footballing example. If we was in the Chelsea situation with Lukaku and Inter won 8 million for the loan fee, guarantee if that's us, they're asking for double. They're asking for 16 or 20 because they know Manchester United have done stupid moves. That's what it is. People see us and go, I can take these lot for a ride. So it's like, now we have to stand firm. And I believe that is what is also slowing down negotiation, is we're trying to get our reputation up. That is one of the 48 laws of power, people. I can't remember which number it is, but guard your reputation with your life. You know what I'm saying? Because your reputation precedes you. Before people meet you, they go off what they hear about you and your reputation, good or bad. And with Manchester United, it's very bad for us because people know, like I said, 80 million for Maguire. They're like, well, if they paying 80 million for Maguire, I can get this for this, because Barcelona are not in a strong position to be negotiating. They're not negotiating from a position of power, but yet they're still here haggling with us over De Jong. And it's like, wow, everyone knows their financial struggles. Everybody knows this. So it's kind of like, that's how I'm looking at it regards. But I do like the fact we have been linked with, I do like the fact I believe this deal with De Jong will get done. 110%.
It will get done. It will get done. You know, every transfer of huge fee, it takes a while. But knowing Manchester United, you've got 3 weeks until pre-season. Like, get some business done. You know, get it done. Get that one out of the way, so you know exactly what you're dealing with, the amount of money that's left. Because it's right now. It's extremely hard for Manchester United to sell a player. You know, we can't sell anything right now. No one wants to buy our players. You know, their wages are too much. Maybe the fees too much as well. Even their talent's not as good as it used to be. So everyone's got a side eye when it comes to our players. So it's going to be very difficult. So at least get the main top priority transfer out the way, which is De Jong. You know, just get it out the way and then focus on the rest. That's what we need, because we need something. Us fans, we live on the signings, bro. It's like a dose of cocaine for certain people. We need our hit. We haven't had a hit for a while, bro. We're out here scratching our neck, itching, knocking on the door like, excuse me, man, I need some more. Like, come on. We're out here doing the madness. But you have to get the deal out of the way. And I understand. Barcelona themselves are literally taking the piss. They're beggars right now. But the beggars are trying to be choosers because they know exactly who they are messing with. Manchester United, and we could probably get an extra. You're right. We can actually squeeze an extra 10 million.
We can get a 10 million here, a 50 million, a 20 million.
Maguire for 80 million, you know. They probably signed a piece of shit for 50 million, which was Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So, yeah, I can understand that. But, Floyd, again, get the business done. We've had a season that we can never, ever forget. A horrible season. Even Matt Judge, Richard Arnold, a season that he hated. You know, he said it himself, which we'll discuss later on. A season that we have to get the business done, because otherwise we're literally just falling behind. What are we actually waiting for? You know, if you can't get De Jong, get your second target that you wanted to get. Like, get that out of the way.
I believe the thing is, though, I believe we can, and that takes me on to the next point where I want to go with this is Eriksen, because I thought it looked like he was going Spurs, but then rumors have come out saying that Manchester United is still interested. Spurs have kind of backed off. Brentford is still in the mix. So that is also not our second target behind De Jong, but it's another target, which I like the fact we're actually being linked with Eriksen, because De Jong and Eriksen landing at Manchester United and bolstering our midfield options is fantastic. Like, they're two fantastic options to have. And I've said this, I want Eriksen 100%. Like, he fits the bill. He's a free transfer. His wages won't be astronomical. Premier League proven, great experience, and very good as well. He's a very good baller as well. So it's like, I would fully. What's your thoughts on the Eriksen situation? Because like I said, Linked FC, as Tamar said, big up Tamar, Jez, Daniel, Jason D, everyone else locked in as well. But yeah, go on, Ivorian.
Christian Eriksen, yeah. With the current situation that's going on now, whether he might choose Brentford, he might choose Manchester United, and of course today more news came out yesterday saying that he's probably favouring staying in London. So it looks like Brentford might be the ideal choice. Honestly speaking, a player like Christian Eriksen, we actually do need him, even if it's to fulfill the rest of the squad and sometimes start as well, because we need that type of midfield. And I big up Ten Hag because he did say that he wants Christian Eriksen and De Jong. So yes, that will be a good addition to our squad. We need his caliber, but looking at it right now, I look at Christian Eriksen, and if he does choose Brentford, you have to understand that my man had cardiac arrest, and he's probably got a pacemaker, and that pacemaker, it might be too much for playing for Manchester United. It might just start ringing and alarming. So it might be a stressful situation for him. So I can understand if he goes to Brentford, because it's crazy to just ignore and reject Manchester United, knowing that Manchester United has been after you previously before you went to Inter. While you was at Tottenham, it's a player that we've been chasing. It will be odd, but I can understand if he goes to Brentford because he needs an easy life after what he experienced in that Euros as well. Like again, I said before, he has a pace. He might have. I've read that he might have a pacemaker and playing.
Yeah,
for
it definitely
United,
will have. Yeah, he will
stressful.
definitely. Yeah,
it's stressful. You want to put someone that's got a pacemaker in Manchester United, sucking up all that stress. You might have to make. You might get a second attack. But yeah, I would love it. I would want Eriksen to come in because we need some free transfers to help aid our actual summer transfers. If we can get a few more frees. And get at least 7 people, 2 people on free, and 5 of them you've paid for, it will be an ideal signing, because we missed out on a hell of a lot of free transfers recently. We missed out. I don't even know why I want to say Antonio Rudiger like it was like we was always an option. He even said it himself. It was only Real Madrid and nothing else. But yeah, but look at that. You got Axel Witsel that's left Borussia Dortmund on a free. There's been so many options to get a free transfer, and we've missed out on. We could have saved a lot of money as well and actually spent heavy on good quality players. But it is what it is, man. I'm all up for Christian Eriksen if he's up for it as well. It's just that I have the feeling that he might go Brentford instead because he wants to be in London.
Sell him the project, and whatever they're offering, offer more. Because one thing we can do is we're a better project than Brentford, 100% from a footballing perspective. Also, as well, we can offer more money. So that's where United need to flex that there Manchester United. Like, treat Brentford no disrespect like that. Brentford, it's like, right, you could be in a relegation battle next season. Because you mentioned the pressure. Do you want that? Do you want that? It's like, or do you want to be in a team? Obviously, we're back in Europe and trying to get back into the top 4 as well. Big up Jeremy as well, says big up the ManDem. Jez says the news are contradicting themselves. I think he goes to United if he doesn't stay at Brentford, since we haven't talked to him for 2 weeks. Well, since 2 weeks ago. Big up to Jez as well, who's not only a member of the channel, he is a Spurs fan as well. Big up Abdullah says big up the panel, smash and subscribe to the channel. Yes, there's almost 30 of you lot locked in, and we ain't got 20 likes. So get the likes. Way too low. Way too low. Way too low. Tamar says if Eriksen rejects us, I swear this window gets worse by the day. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why, if Eriksen rejects us, why does it get worse? Again, this happened. It's happened already now on this show. It happened last week on Thursday's episode, Tuesday's episode, when people were talking about the window being bad and Manchester United not backing Ten Hag and all types of stuff like that. It's like, why is the what's it called? Why is what's the word I'm looking for? Why is it a bad window? Like, I don't understand, man. Like, I really don't get why people are so emotional about this. I really don't get it.
It's based on the season we had, you know. We had a shit season. These fans
I understand the season.
fed up.
I'm saying the window, like, people are fed up. But again, look at Chelsea. They've just got new owners. They got rid of their chairman. Marina's gone. It's new everything. They're taking time to do their business. We've got new everything. These things take time, people. I keep saying this all the time. You don't just bid for a player on Monday and then Tuesday you unveil him. These things take time, as you're seeing with the De Jong deal. I'm saying, as you're seeing with everybody else, these deals take time. Like, people mentioned Calvin Phillips weeks ago. City still ain't signed him. People mentioned Cucurella to City weeks ago, still ain't signed him. Spurs signed Basuma. They've been talking to Brighton since January and only did the deal they didn't do the deal as soon as the window opened. These things take time. That's all I'm saying. Like, and then people talk about, oh, Ten Hag's not been backed. Again, we don't know what Ten Hag wants. We have no idea. Ten Hag has not come out and said anything. Unless you're in the boardroom or you're tapping phones and hearing conversations Ten Hag is having with the board, then I don't want to hear, oh, he's being backed or he's not, because we legit don't know. We legit do not know what he wants. Where else we talking? I want to get to it. We are still united. No way Eriksen rejects us for Brentford. That's unimaginable. Nah, it could happen. It could happen. It depends. And this is a great question, Abdullah. Ten Hag using 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3? We do not know. And that has an influence on the players he's trying to sign. Because if he's playing 4-2-3-1, he might look at different midfielders compared to 4-3-3. It might be a mix of both. He might favor one over the other. These are all question marks that we'll answer. Once we're 10 games into the season, we'll know.
I honestly hoping that Ten Hag goes for the 4-3-3 because I'm tired of the double pivot. I've seen it for so many years. We've been playing 4-2-3-1 and probably haven't been successful. It's about time you bring this 4-3-3 and play total football. Play that DM and play the 2-6 or 1-6 or 1-8 and 1-10 in the 3-man role. Like, I really need to see that total football, man. I'm in favor of. I'm a big fan of 4-3-3 formation. That's the formation I play when I play FIFA, play Football Manager. Nothing but that formation because it's just all out attack and control in the midfield. So yeah, man, I just don't want to see 4-2-3-1, man. I can't imagine seeing McFred playing double pivot again under that role. It has to change, and I'm hoping that he will implement 4-3-3 because some scrub last season said that he was going to move into the 4-3-3 position, and we never really saw that. Do you remember that, Flawless? Someone said they were going to.
Yeah. You spitting. Yo, you spitting. 100%. You spitting. Tamar saying it's not bad. It's not bad in the sense it's make or break. It's more the fact we can't even secure man on the free. You don't want none of this mess. That's if he does reject us. Nah, it's not a question of not wanting none of this mess. He might just want what's best for him. Manchester City are the best team in the country, arguably the best team in Europe, and reports are saying Bernardo Silva wants to leave.
Yeah,
City
Sterling wants to leave. Flawless.
Raheem Sterling could potentially want to leave. No, sometimes it's just what works best for you. You know
Who else as well? You got fake Ronaldo. Gabriel Jesus.
There's that meme out there where it's like it's a meme and it's a meme of a pretty girl and it's like as pretty as this girl is, there's a guy out there who's tired of her shit. Like that's legit what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I've already would have been there. I've definitely been there. Like this girl is lank, but I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? And
you men watch Love Island. These girls are pretty, but certain men are tired of them.
I'm tired. I even watch Love Island. That's a prime example. Love Island is a prime. There's ManDem. I don't even watch the show, but I know there's ManDem in there that tired of saying, yo, like, yo, she's nice, but Lord of mercy, you annoy me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
trust me.
You annoy me. Like, legit. Larger, my guy Eddie every single time says, big up the G's. Just saw something where Donny is expected to be our DM with De Jong and Bruno in the 10. I don't see that happening. However, a midfield of, I like Bruno in the 10? No. But Donny and De Jong in a 6, I'm cool with that. Do I think that happens? No, I think it's a bit offensive. But yeah,
I see it the other way around. I see more De Jong playing the DM role with Donny and Bruno occupying the positions of either one playing as an 8, one playing as a 10. I can see that happening. And I keep saying it before, De Jong, the reason why De Jong's number one priority is because he sets the standard of how Manchester United start off the attacks. Because I'm tired of seeing Mr. Maguire doing drag backs with the balls, starting our attacks, long balls that go to nobody. So it's about time we get a midfielder that can pick up the ball. So that's why it's more important. And people say that De Jong hasn't been the best at Barcelona, but people need to understand that De Jong plays the position that Busquets plays. And ain't nobody coming to Barcelona to dislodge Busquets in his position. So you haven't really seen the best of De Jong. You've seen the best of De Jong at Ajax in Holland. But he's really absolutely vital in the way that Ten Hag wants to play. And that's why we're so heavily on this guy. That's why we're not letting this woman we've been asking out several times, because we know that person can change our life. And she said, I will never date you. She keeps saying no, but you got to try because that woman can change your life. That's the De Jong right there. De Jong is the player that can probably change the way Manchester United play. Starts the attack and probably ends the attacks, you know. So it's important. I just want people to understand why Manchester United are so into it, because there's people around that's wondering why are Manchester United on De Jong like that? And why is he so number one priority? This is the reason why.
Yeah. So, yeah, Eddie, do I see this happening? No, I don't think he'll play. I think it's a little bit too offensive. There's no one really. Yes, we know Donny is more tenacious than people make out. De Jong, I've not seen a lot of, but I think he'll want someone more defensive. Like, I don't see us going away to Anfield or away to the Etihad or somewhere like that, or the Bridge with a Donny, De Jong, Bruno midfield. It's just very, very attacking. Like, if we're at home and we're chasing the game and that's the midfield, cool. I don't want to see Bruno in the 10. I don't want to see Bruno in the team. If he is, I want to see him as an 8, though. I don't want to see him as a 10. But it'll be interesting. This is why it's vitally important, I think, outside of De Jong and Eriksen, we sign a 6. We genuinely need a 6. 100%.
I don't even want to see Bruno as an 8. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, no. That's why I said best case scenario. I'd rather see him on the bench from. You know what I'm saying? Like, to tell you the truth, I'd rather see him on the bench. Jazz says, on Football Manager, you can make an offer for a player and get the contract done, but it takes a couple of days until a transfer is finalized. A work permit is also another thing. Lots goes into this. Yeah, but people act like you just wake up in the morning, eat your cornflakes, make a bid, and then by midday, the player's in your team. Like, it really don't work like that. And welcome to the show. It's been a minute since he's been on, but my G, hilarious done. Catch him on the watch-alongs as well. You know what I'm saying? Extremely knowledgeable, very level-headed. Man like Dan Sillyman is in the building.
Because it's been a minute, you're giving me the major intro. Like, respect it.
It's only right,
respect it, bro.
Right,
oh,
man.
shit.
Everyone over here gets a major intro. You know what I'm saying?
Right, bro. Some heartwarming shit, man. What are you saying, man?
Yes.
How are we, man?
I'm good. Dan, I don't know if you met Ivorian, but Ivorian,
of
Dan,
course,
Dan,
we know
that's
each
my G,
other.
man.
Jeez, follow each other. Yes.
I forget who's met in that. What are you saying, though, Dan? You blessed first and foremost.
I'm blessed, man. I'm very blessed and highly favored. What are you saying?
Love that, fam. Yeah, man. All good, fam. You know what I'm saying? All good. And yeah, Jez, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Robbie, I'm tired. Yes, it is that. It is that. Without doubt. De Jong and Donny would get the ball off our centre-backs to initiate the attack. I think Eriksen would be our 10 as well. He's worried about ball control with United. See, now you put Eriksen in the 10. That changes everything, Eddie. I still think it's a little bit too attacking to go away to better teams. However, if Ten Hag's plan is to go away to the Etihad and Anfield and go and dominate the ball, hey, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm with him on that wall. You know what I'm saying? That's very brave to do. To go and be like, you know what? Do the Van Gaal thing and go dominate at Anfield, dominate possession and stuff like beautiful. That. If he's with that, that's the word right there, Ivorian. That is a beautiful thing if he's going to try that. One thing I would say is very brave. It's extremely brave if he does that. But yeah, man, we'll see. I'm with that. I still think it's a little bit lightweight, but hey, like, I'm riding with the manager in it. Whatever he wants to do, I'm with. I'm fully on board in that. You know what I'm saying? So that's me. But what are you saying, Dan? Thoughts on
I'm not with it.
Yeah. You're not with it. Talk to us.
I'm not with it.
Wait,
hold on. So what was you saying? The midfield of what? Eriksen and what? Who?
No. So what Eddie said first in the comment, because obviously we're talking about De Jong, we're talking about Eriksen. So he stated that he's seen somewhere saying that it's looking like a De Jong, Donny, Bruno midfield, in it. It'll be like De Jong and Donny in the 6 and Bruno in the 10. So I was saying it's very attacking. And I don't mind that apart from Bruno in the 10, but I like De Jong. But then he switched up here and went De Jong and Donny and Eriksen in the 10. So I'm like, that's three players who are all press resistant, all technically very sound, all can keep the ball very well. You know what I'm saying? All have various ranges,
That's true,
ranges
man.
as well.
And like you said, I think it depends on his system, what he wants to play in it. We don't know. But like for the reasons you said, press resistant and all that stuff, it's just like it might work for his system. Personally, for me, I'm not no flipping managerial, I'm not no expert, but I'm looking at that on paper and thinking bit lightweight, you know what I'm saying? Like we need some sort of like, we need a bit more skill in there, do you know what I'm saying? But if Ten Hag feels like he can implement that, then fair play. We have to see how it pans out, innit? But I'm not really liking the Eriksen links, man. I can't lie to you.
Why not? Go on, talk about it. Why don't you like the Eriksen links? Chat to us.
Again, it's like that shouldn't be the priority. It shouldn't be the first name or the second name on the list of players to get. It's kind of similar to when we got Donny, for example. At that moment in time, quality player can offer us something, but was he the guy we needed as a first priority at that time? Like, I feel like they're not going through the priorities of the list first. Like, you know what I'm saying? So and plus, like Eriksen, like his age comes into everything. Like, I thought we were moving away from like the old guys, man.
Where I'll push back on that is when you say priorities. Everywhere's a priority, fam. We need a whole new team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like everywhere is a priority. I was legit having this conversation with my cousin yesterday because he was saying he don't like some of the players we've been linked with, and he was like, "Oh, we need this over this." I'm like, "You're not lying, but we need everything." Like there isn't.
We do need everything, but because we got Ten Hag and it's like obviously fresh manager and that, it's like from what we can only go by what we've already seen and stuff in it to an extent. Yeah. So it's like, you know, for the longest time, our fullbacks have been dead. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't had a defensive-minded midfielder. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So address those things first, man.
Where I push back is I don't think that the fullbacks. It's all as important. The same way we need a left back, which we'll get onto. We need a centre back. The same way we need a 6. The same way we do need an 8. The same way to me we need a right winger. You know what I'm saying? The same way we need a striker.
But this is what I'm saying. Like with Eriksen, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, now that we've lost Pogba and Matic and that, you're right. It could be seen as a priority now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so you're right. We need to cover all the bases. So I hear that. Because I forgot about everyone's contract going.
And Danny, and see the way I see it, like we lost out on a lot of experienced players as well, losing the likes of Matic, losing the likes of Mata, and losing the likes of Pogba. We need some of these players that's been there, done it, that's got a high level of mentality like Christian Eriksen, and bring that experience to the team. Because I know
I hear that, but I feel
some
like
players they might sign will be young players, and they still need that kind of seniority in their squad. Because right now we currently have Ronaldo and De Gea as the most experienced players, and we still need some of that to add to the squad for the young players as well. That's how I see it with Eriksen. We still need experience as well, as on top of bringing in young players.
Yeah, because to me, De Jong's the reason why I say Eriksen's a no-brainer because it's still an addition. It's not one or the other. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we're working on De Jong and Eriksen, I like that. Do we need a 6? Yes, because we legit don't have one. We don't have a defensive.
But my fear is, we end up getting Eriksen in early doors, and then that's it. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because they'll use that as an excuse, like, oh, we've got Eriksen, but no, he was just a bonus. Like, we still need to cover the whole freaking team. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, and they're gonna do that. We know what Man United are like. They'll excite the fans with a little something, little breadcrumbs and that. And then they don't give us everything we need. Do you know what I'm saying? So
the reason why I push back on that, because there's new people be involved in negotiations. That's why I'm just waiting to see what happens. Do I have any reason to be hopeful? No. But it's already been, even the links, it's already been better than usual. When is the last time we got linked with 2 midfielders? I'm shocked that we've been linked with De Jong and Eriksen at the same time. With this much vim. And the left back who we'll get onto, and Antony as well. And the centre backs that we've been linked with. When's the last time we've been linked with this many players? With this, of course we get linked with players, but there was nothing concrete. There was no sources. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing credible. Now it's credible. Now there's credible sources coming out saying, we're clearly looking at centre back, for instance, because we got linked with Paul Torres. We've been linked with Martinez from Ajax. Like I say, the fullback I keep mentioning. You've got De Jong, you've got Eriksen, you've got Anthony. That news came out yesterday from Romano. The only worry is the DM is the defensive mind. That's the only one that's a concern that we haven't been lit. But it's still all of the players I just mentioned are all steps in the right direction. Because without seeing these players play, I know they're better than what we have. I was gassed when we got linked with that fullback. I only seen him play. I think he played in the Euros.
Against
I know
us.
he's better than Shaw.
Oh, the German
I know
guy.
the German guy. You know what I'm saying?
Played against us. I mean, played against England as well.
Yeah. Like him. Like I'm gassed about, because that was the one position I've spoke about on the show where I'm like, we haven't been linked with anyone, and that's a key. Obviously, all areas are key, but I really don't like our options there. I think the players over there, especially Shaw, get away with murder, considering he's been here 9-10 years and has like 9 assists or something like that. Something ridiculous like that. And it's outrageous. And people don't talk about it. People will talk about centre back and right back and all the other positions again, which are priorities. But I like the fact there's been Vim, because normally we get linked to players and there's no source to it whatsoever. It's just people throwing out names. But I like I mentioned, Fabrizio Romano mentioned Anthony yesterday. So it's like, that's good that that's come back around. See, Jez is saying he's a good offensive left back, and I know Jez watches, being German, watches the, what's it called? Watches the Bundesliga. Yeah. So that's how I'm looking at it, but we'll see. But moving on to it, we'll talk about the fullback. We'll go to you, Ivorian. Thoughts? I'm just being linked with a left back.
I'm just excited. You know me. I don't rate Luke Shaw. You know, I've told you he's a half-hearted left back that needs to be left back. Him and Tellez are rubbish. So to see someone else coming in, and I saw a bit of him against England, and he looked good as well. He looked good. So he looked like someone that can come in and actually do an offensive job and also do a defensive job for Manchester United. And if Erik ten Hag is looking at him saying, that's a left back that I want, I'm all up for it. And coming for the news of the German outlets and Germany Sky Sports saying that Manchester United are actually in talks about 30 to 40 million bid that's only required for him. I'm happy about that, man. I just want to see something different, because I've said it to you, Flores, 2 weeks ago. We need a whole complete left back. So I'm just not convinced. I've never been convinced. We haven't, to be honest with you, we haven't had a left back for a good 10 years. Because what we've been doing is making makeshift wingers into left backs and makeshift wingers into right backs. We haven't had a proper right back for a long time. Just like we haven't had a proper DM since Owen Hargreaves? You know, because we keep doing this to ourselves. Manchester United do this all the time.
Probably character.
Years, and that's part of the reason why I'm not feeling the Eriksen link.
It's been 10 years since we had a right winger until we got Sancho. Ronaldo's position was void for 10 years.
Ronaldo came back to replace himself, bro. It's mad.
It's just nice to see Manchester United linked with another left back, a new left back. Hopefully they go for it. You know, I've only seen him play once, but knowing that Ten Hag wants him, I definitely know he's a good player. Because I know he's got good taste. You know, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, that his taste is pre-marked, and while Ten Hag's taste is probably going to Selfridges and not eating at McDonald's, unlike Ole out here, he buys McDonald's. I mean, he buys gourmet food and he goes to McDonald's and eat it there, because that's what he did with Sancho. Because I've never seen anyone that buys a £75 million player and then sits him on a bench knowing that he doesn't know what to do with it, man. It makes no sense, man. So I'm all up for this left back. I'm going to move it up to Danny, because I'm out of words right now.
Take a sip, man. Take a sip. Yeah, man. Left back and right back, boy. The fullbacks, like you said, man. I want to see fresh legs. Like I want to see fresh guys there in that position, man. And it's kind of making me a bit sick when I'm seeing all these other teams linked to guys like that Cucurella guy, whatever. He looks cold. Like, why are we not getting linked to him? Like, but we are getting linked with some guys, so I'm happy about that. So, yeah, this German guy, I can't lie and say that I've seen the guy. Like, I haven't seen him, bruv. Like, so.
Yeah, you know, even the Cucurella guy, Danny, if Man City are in for him and he's well aware of it, he's definitely picking Man City over Manchester.
Obviously, I know, but
that's why we'll probably know.
No, linked FC. I want to at least see us be linked to him, man. It's like that. Wait, like this is link us with him, man. Shit, right?
Let's seduce him. That's what we do best. We seduce players.
Seduce the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro.
Elijah to Jez as well, who mentioned that he actually plays as a wing back because Hoffenheim play in a back three. But like I said, like you said, without seeing him play week in, week out, I already know he's better than Shaw. So I'm with him. I'm like, roll the dice. I just want to see something. I just want to see something new. I'm like that with centre backs. I'm tired of Maguire, Lindelof.
Tired of everyone, bro.
Like, yeah, serious. Like, I'm tired. Go get new centre back. Same with the midfield options, like the likes of Bruno and McTominay. I'm like, yo, just go get something new. So it's like that's why I'm happy about the Eriksen, because he also strengthens the bench as well. But yeah, with the fullback, yeah, that's good. Like, he's a wing back which lets you know he's probably better offensively than he is defensively. But again, systems can help him out with that. He'd be coming there playing in a back four. So we'll see how it goes. And you got to trust Ten Hag, because maybe Ten Hag with a Cucurella, maybe you don't fit what Ten Hag's trying to do. That's why I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt with this, because we have no idea the profile of, well, we have a small idea of the profile of player he wants for each position. But once we play 10, 15 games, we'll know this. It's the same with fans.
What left backs have we been linked with?
Just him. Just him,
only
to
him.
my knowledge.
Just him.
Just him. This is new, innit? Because this came out, I think it was yesterday, a couple of days ago. And I was like,
Yesterday.
what?
Linked with a lot of right backs.
Yesterday to today.
Yeah, because we got linked with Timber, but Timber can also play centre back as well, and DM. He's one of those. He's very, very versatile. That's what it is. But yeah, I'm just gassed we got linked with a left back. I was like, all right, let's go. At least it shows we're addressing the areas, because people were talking about obviously the Basuma thing, and it's like we don't know if Basuma is what Ten Hag wants. He might have looked at him and went, very, very good player, but he don't fit what I'm trying to do. So again, this is why everyone's just on guesswork with it. And this is why I'm not being critical of Manchester United, quote unquote, missing targets. I see United fans complaining about us not signing Vitno. It's like, yo, I'd never heard of him until he was going PSG that day. Like, people, we missed target. We never were in for him. We never made a bid. There was never no conversations whatsoever. So I don't know why people are up in arms about other teams signing players and we're not going in for them. But then if we were to sign those players and they didn't fit the system, we'd be like, we need to recruit better. You know what I'm saying? We can't just sign players for signing players' sake. Yo, Ten Hag touched on it and mentioned it. Ten Hag's not even had a training session with these men yet. How do we know who he wants to keep and who he wants to sell?
Yeah, but at the same time, has he not been studying Man United and their players?
I have a rough idea, yeah, but that's on TV. He might, personalities matter. He might speak to someone. There might be a player. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of this player. And then he has a few sessions and he's like, you know what? I can do something with this player. You know why? Just because he listens. I reckon I can mold him. Like, personalities matter. It's like, it's all well and good, you know what I'm saying? And it's all well and good, like, analyzing from off the pitch. Absolutely. And seeing what's gone wrong and all that, and players you may not like. But then once you speak with the player, you'll get more of an idea.
Yeah, you're right. And a good coach can do that. He's capable of that. Certain man like that will not be named. Has never been capable of shit like that. So yeah, man.
Certain man we don't like. There's nothing you can do with him, McTominay. You know what I'm saying? unless he goes to a back three and has him as one of the centre backs. He might do that.
Don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? He might do that. Hey, I'd rather see him as one of the centre backs. You know what I'm saying? And I'd rather see him as one of the centre backs rather than
Scotty.
I'd rather see him as one of the centre backs than in midfield. Backup centre back. Of course, if he's 100%. So you telling me you'd rather see him in midfield?
I'd rather see him fucking nowhere, mate.
Of course, we want him sold, but we want 20. We all want, in the ideal world, we all want 20 man sold. You know what I'm saying? In that, we all want 20 man sold. But that's not going to happen. That's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what is the point on that? And Unji, you say this all the time and don't back up anything you're saying. Why am I with delusion? You say this all the time. You come here, talk rubbish, I spin you, and then you shut up. You know what I'm saying? In that, you have nothing to back up what you are saying. Hit me with points back. Don't just call me something and then don't back it up. Back it up with something. Because this happens on a regular basis. You come here, get spun, and then leave. That's what happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Back up what you are stating. But Flawless, you missed out on Nunez, who was reported to be Ten Hag's #1 striker target. Because you miss out on targets. These things happen. You don't get everything you want. You think Pep's never missed out on a target? Did Pep not go in for Did they not go in for Harry Kane last season and miss out on him? These things happen. Do you think Klopp gets everyone he wants? Targets are missed out upon. So we went in for Nunez, and he went to the better project, which is Liverpool. If you have an option between Liverpool and Manchester United, why would you come to Manchester United? Why? And that's me as a United fan saying that. Makes sense. Like, why would you? Like, theirs is clearly a better project. You know what I'm saying? If you want to win now, of course you would. If I'm Nunez, I'm going Liverpool over Manchester. So you come in Manchester United to but you don't know what's going on. Like, but all right, okay. All right, is what it is. Moving on. Oh yeah, big up to Black Diamond as well. You know what I'm saying every single time. Lajit Magashazad, make sure you go follow the finished article as well. Anthony, we'll go to you on that, Dan. Anthony, another player we've been linked with more so yesterday. You know what I'm saying? The reports pop back up that he's still in conversation. Chat to us.
He's been linked for quite a while, innit? But it's
Yeah.
more concrete now, innit? But he looks like a silky player, man. Like from what I've seen of him, got the trickery in that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much of a is he sort of how different is he to
Go on, talk about
what kind of wingers should we be looking at firstly? And do you feel like Anthony is the right type of winger to be looking at? And I don't know if Rafinha might be the better option as opposed to Anthony, but I don't know. All I know is we need a right-sided player. We've needed one for time. Certain people thought Sancho was going to be that guy, but he's generally better on the left. So it'll be good to have two guys on the flanks that we can rely on for once. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. So I think if you can bring him in and mold him and get him, cohesively working with Sancho and whoever he plays up front, Ronaldo, whoever, then it could be a problem for other teams, man. But yeah, man, I don't know. We definitely need a right-sided player, so absolutely. I'm all for it, man. And if it's for, they're saying like 40 million or something, it's a good deal.
It's a great deal, it is. Yeah, I modded you as well, Ivorian.
Love, I see that. I'm doing the work.
Yeah. Calm. With the Anthony links, yeah, you mentioned it there. We need a right winger. Someone Ten Hag knows. I've not watched him like full 90 minutes, but from clips, he looks good.
Yeah, he knows more about him than us, innit? So
yeah.
If that's who he wants, then fair play.
Yeah. Would I prefer Rafinha? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Simply because he's Premier League proven. But either or, I'm happy with. I'm just happy we linked with someone over that side. The thoughts of Sancho and Anthony over the other side, I think we look so much better going forward with those two. Like, he gives both the right back and the left back issues, like the opposition. It's like, right, they got Sancho on one side, they got Anthony on the other side. Like, I'm with it, like 110%. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at it. Hopefully the deal gets done. Fabrizio Romano tweeted out yesterday saying that he's still in conversation, which lets us know, you know what I'm saying, and that which lets us know what time it is and what's going on. Yeah, but that's pretty much my thoughts on it. What are you saying, Ivorian?
Anthony, I've said it before, I've echoed it before. It looks like a very good prospect, someone that can potentially reach a high level as well. And
what is he like? 21.
He's like 2021. A player that can probably just make his way one day playing for a team like Barcelona. I see it with these Brazilians. I can agree with you. Rafinha would have been a good signing, but I would have been more in favor of Anthony because he plays for a team that plays at the highest level in Europe. So he's got that exposure in Europe, It adds a lot and it adds a bit more weight. Well, I know that the Premier League is a very good league and very intense, and you're playing at a very good level. But playing for Ajax as well, playing in the Champions League, it adds a bit more value. And I know that you're able to handle pressure more at the highest level. And we've never seen a Rafinha play or handle pressure at the highest level. Playing for Leeds is one thing. But if you play for Manchester United, it's a different thing. If you play for Leeds, again, it's one thing. But playing for Ajax, it's a different thing where the team is expected to win all the time, and you're going to have that following, a huge impact, a huge following behind you, more fans. Ajax is much more bigger than Leeds, so I can understand that. So that's the only reason why I'm probably in favor of Anthony. But then again, Rafinha knows the Premier League. Anthony's a risk, where Rafinha is someone that knows the league, has been there, done it, and knows exactly the type of level to play at, to sustain and do things in the Premier League. Anthony is a risk regardless, just like all signings are a risk.
I think we should sign both.
Both, which means that, whoa, it would be great, but then again, what are we going to do? We got someone that thinks that he's entitled to start. We got another one that we can't sell because all of a sudden he's come back from his failed loan, but we still can't get rid of him. And we got Sancho. Like, we've got too much to handle in our plates right now. But it would be a good addition, though. If we can get both, I'm in favor for it. Why not? Why not? When we try to add to our squad, it's a problem, But when the Liverpool, Manchester City does it, they're a fantastic club, adding to their squad depth,
Yeah,
exactly. The reason why I'm saying that, because I recently watched, I can't remember, Talk Sports, Talk Shit, that was talking about why would Manchester United have Bruno and Christian Eriksen in the same team? It doesn't make no sense. I'm like, squad
Nonsense. That's
depth.
nonsense.
Squad depth. And that was Danny Mills. I remember that now. Danny Mills saying that it doesn't make no sense.
I love how you got his name wrong. That's great. Go on, keep going, fam.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Danny Murphy, Danny Mills, that failure of a Liverpool player that played for Spurs, bro. The guy with the bald head on Talk Shit. Yeah, man. And I was thinking, why is it that whenever Manchester United has to do something and emulate the other clubs that they do, we're just doing it wrong? Like there's something there against us, man. It is what it is, Flawless, man. But I want to see Antony come to Manchester United. I want to see a Brazilian try and be successful at Manchester United, because Flawless, let's be honest, when have we seen a Brazilian be successful at Manchester United?
Yeah,
even a current Brazilian is being questioned being Brazilian.
Yeah, we've had Fred Tellez, Kleberson,
Anderson, Fabio, Raphael.
That Raphael was good. Raphael was good. I give Raphael
one single successful Brazilian.
I give Raphael. I think Raphael's successful. I think Anderson would have been without the injuries.
Yeah, not to that level though, innit? Like Ivorian wants that guy who's that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's in there.
We can't even get an Englishman who's that level. Never mind a Brazilian, fam. We can't get a Frenchman who's that level, an Italian, a Spanish, a Scottishman.
We can never get an African player to do well for us, because that's never ever happened.
Africa, like it's not like, but yeah, we don't really start like it's only Juve, Manucho.
Hey, and they're all whack. They're all whack.
Raw.
Jemba.
Yeah, Jemba. Yeah.
Quinton Fortune.
Quinton Fortune was a squad player, successful. Yeah. Quinton Fortune, I give his credit to. He was a solid squad player. He was like an African Darren Fletcher. You know what I'm saying?
We want a solid African starting 11.
Just give me someone a starting 11 of any nationality. You know what I'm saying? Just give me that. You know what I'm saying? Give me that. Yeah, big up to all the mods as well. He was help dealing with all the trolls, but here we are, people. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Jeff, though. I've only seen one episode of Pogba.
Oh yeah, you asked about this.
But
off topic. Hey. Anyone on the panel watch Pogba's? Nope. I have not watched it yet. No.
Nope. Only watched episode 1.
All right, thoughts on episode 1.
Episode 1, I can clearly see, watching from episode 1, I can see that Mino Raiola was a problem for Manchester United.
Well, you said it.
He was a problem. You can see it. You can see it. Their negotiations, and Pogba moaned about how if you really want a girl, how can you offer them nothing and etc. Well, to be honest with you, you have to understand yourself that you've offered us nothing. So why should Manchester United offer you a bumper deal? So that again, it just shows that he's a bit petty as well.
Has your whole perception of Pogba changed, Flawless, in any way? And
Flawless, no, not in the slightest. I've not watched the doc, but it's not changed.
What you've seen and heard.
No. My perception of Pogba is never going to change, because obviously he's a great player, but he's just a player that was always inconsistent, as always. I can say the club as well didn't help him, which is the truth, but he didn't help himself as well with his own performance, because you need to take responsibility on your own performance as well and your own abilities. Like 6 years.
But what about the stuff he said though?
The stuff that he said didn't help. What?
You talking about in the doc? Wait, are you talking about in the documentary, or are you talking about like stuff he said? What did he say in the doc?
About it, or if you really want a player, why would you offer him nothing? Which is true.
If you have a player the quality of Pogba in your side, or a player you want to keep, why is he getting within under 12 months of his contract? You don't want me.
Mm-hmm.
You treat me like and I do this in real life. You treat me like I'm disposable. I'm gonna act like it. I know where I stand. Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
But it was a bit petty, to be honest with you.
If you treat me bad, it is what it is. You treat me bad, and I'm supposed to treat you good and stay around and all that. Like, no, and that's with anything. Any form of relationship, brotherhood I have with anybody.
This is professional sports, Yeah. Even if the club says we want you and all that stuff, you also have to show that you're worth the risk of giving you, and you can't. This is professional sport. You have to perform to get what you want. You can't just sit there and ask for money.
I get that, but then look at them. They gave a new deal to Bruno. Did Bruno deserve that new deal?
Oh, you know what? You got me there. I cannot come. But Bruno did score goals. He did score. The GAs was outstanding.
They gave a new
performance
deal to
wasn't-
Luke. They gave a new deal to Luke Shaw. Did he deserve it? No.
No,
They gave a
it
new
wasn't
deal to
that.
Marcus Rashford. Did he deserve it? No.
Nope.
They
And
gave-
he doesn't deserve a new deal right now.
I know. This is my point. They wouldn't let a Rashford. I use Rashford as an example. They would not let Rashford get under 12 months with his contract left. Not a chance. Not a chance. So treat him accordingly. Like, that's what I don't understand is fans will say he's not a good player. He's a virus. Fergie was right.
he's a great
Mourinho was right. And he leaves and they still complain. Like,
I'm
I see
hurt.
him get slandered He's more successful than all of our team individually in terms of
hurt.
accolades.
Flawless. I'm hurt
Apart from
by
Ronaldo,
his
of course.
and how it
Apart from
ended.
Ronaldo.
Like even his last game, it didn't even end well. I'm hurt because we lost a great player twice, and no one wants to talk about it. Just no one wants to talk about someone that we let go for free, signed on a rail record fee, and then he goes back to the same club for free. Like no one wants to just discuss the level of shitteries that's going on in the upstairs in Manchester United to allow that kind of thing to happen. That should never happen. That should never happen.
It shouldn't happen, and that's where the issue lies. Again, do I put it on him? Should his performances have been better? Absolutely. Him being injury prone, which is my biggest issue with him, people sweep under the rug. That's also a problem. Your performances should have been better. You talking every time you go on international break didn't help either. But I blame Pogba. I blame Pogba's people. I blame the Manchester United manager. I blame Manchester United hierarchy for not sorting that out. As soon as he goes away on international duty the first time, whenever it was, and says something, as soon as he lands back, that's being addressed. It happened repeatedly. The second time, it doesn't get said. The third time it happens, I'm like, you man like drama or problems. You man see each other every day. Pogba, his people, the manager, Manchester United hierarchy, sit down and address the issue and address the problem. If he doesn't want, I said this countless times, and I'm a massive fan of Pogba. I could see he didn't want to be here. Why was he not sold? If a player doesn't want to be at your football club, sell him. Don't keep somebody who doesn't want to be here. Simple as that. That's on them, and that's also on him. He should have forced the move. We all knew Pogba was unhappy. Not saying he's wrong for being unhappy. I understand. I'm a Manchester United fan. I want to leave. You know what I'm saying? But I can't. I'm signing for a lifetime contract. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave. I'm tired of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I fully understand where his frustration comes from. And you bring me in, play me out of position, and play me with Phil Jones and Bruno and McTominay and Rashford and Maguire. I'd be pissed and have Ollie as manager. I'd be pissed off too. And then when we fail, I get the majority of the blame. So I understand where his issues lie. So does it change anything? No. When he said, "Oh, Manchester United fans don't know shit about football," he's not lying. People can be hurt, but it's facts. Facts. Talk to the average fan. They don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? And I include myself in that. You know what I'm saying? Now, they don't know shit. But I will let you know I'm just giving my opinions and I don't know shit and I'm not as knowledgeable. Give it to our fans. We'd have a midfield of Ghana and McTominay in the pivot. And Bruno in the 10 and Rashford up front and Alanga wide right and Hannibal wide left. Like, that's what we would have. And Brandon
Phil
Williams
Jones playing defense.
Phil Jones and Dean Henderson at the back. That would be our team. Our fans, the majority of our fan base would have Carrington through and through. And that's an issue right there rather than quality. That's why the likes of Luke Shaw get away with murder and McTominay get away with murder. So he's not lying. The fans don't know shit. I'm saying, because look at who they criticize and who they don't. Or if you run around and work hard, or this or they die for the badge. How do you quantify that? How is that measured? Or he's passionate
What did he
about
say about them not being offered anything when they offered him the contract? Or
I don't know.
like,
I don't know the full clip, but it's something along the lines of they offered him a new deal. Was it a new deal late?
No, what they did, they just extended his contract. They just triggered the clause. He just said basically, how can you tell a player that you want him, you really want them, but you offer them nothing? That was the quote.
Yeah. If you want him to stay, why? I play Football Manager. I don't let any player get that I'm trying to plan on keeping, get within less than 12 months of his contract underneath. As soon as it gets to 12 months, I'm renewing that summer. Renewing it. I'm renewing it that summer.
Why remember, Arsenal have been doing that, and it's like Man United have just formed into that way of doing things like what Arsenal do. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, 100%. I understand why he's so critical and why he's pissed off. Like I would be like, this ain't.
I understand, but I also think he didn't help himself in many situations.
He didn't. He spoke too much on international duty. I said this.
Yeah,
I said this all the time.
I get it. I get both like sides of the coin.
Like he's done now, isn't it? So I'm not gonna...
it's best for everyone that he left, man.
Yeah, I said this.
Wish him the best of luck.
Facts, and he'll go and be successful. He'll be playing Champions League while we're playing Europa League. know what I'm saying? That's success in itself. We're playing in the second tier European competition. He's in the first tier.
He's definitely wasted a lot of his career, though.
Yeah.
Sad to see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very, very sad to see.
I remember watching Pogba at the academy first time around. Like, I was telling everyone about this guy. Like, remember how sick he was? Like, banging in them long screamers and that. Just twining man up. You're like, raw, who's this? Who's this? I used to have dreams about Pogba coming back to Man United.
Yes, and it happened. It never went down well.
Swear, I used to have dreams, and then he came back. I was so gassed. You don't understand how gassed I was. I was like, this is the next prodigy, the next best thing. Like, this guy is serious. And then look what happened, man. Yeah. In another alternate dimension, universe, whatever, it could have went so different. But in this universe, it didn't. Oh, well.
It is what it is. It's unfortunate. Fabio just says Fabio Vieira has joined Arsenal for 35 million. Jesus is next, but yeah, flawless. Let's take our time. Who said we're not taking? Who said we're taking our time? Again, you in feelings and your emotions. Who said we're taking our time? Where did I say let's take our time? We don't know what's going on. Stop talking like you are in a negotiation room. You're not there, so you have no idea. You're just guessing. Again, feelings over. This is just feelings over facts, and this is what I'm talking about. This is our fan base. This is our fan base in a nutshell. In like this is Twitter right here. You know what I'm saying? And this is the average fan on social media and in platforms like this. This is what I'm talking about in regards to just pure emotions. We have no idea what Manchester United are doing. We know we're in for De Jong. We know we're in for Eriksen. But we don't know the speed and we don't know what the holdup is because we
don't know what they're doing. But there's a lot of things, that I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. What? So you feel like it's not too late for a lot of stuff like signing players and that?
No, because the window closes August the 31st. It's the 26th. It's the 21st of June. Would I prefer Manchester United to have done deals already and got people through the door? Yes, but again, we do not know the obstacles that are being faced.
Exactly.
We don't know.
Like our boy Eddie said last week, the deadline is July the 12th. Just pre-season, we must get up there. But
July the 12th.
3 weeks.
We got 3 weeks to try and sign some players, and we don't know the targets that maybe some of the targets Ten Hag wants ain't available. Again, these are all questions.
I'm kind of surprised that you're a lot more optimistic.
Because people it's not optimistic. People just want me to be upset. Someone said that to me in the chat yesterday. Not yesterday. Someone said it to me in the chat. It was either Thursday or Tuesday. It was I can't remember which ManDem United and was like, "Oh, why are you so calm about it?" Manchester United ain't been shit for a decade. So why are we going to get to the 10th year and all of a sudden I'm going to be here mad and upset? You lot can be upset. I don't let this club emotionally affect me.
No, but also, what makes you think though that they're going to get shit done like at all, like sort of thing? From what we've seen in the past,
the fact that we've been so the fact that we've definitely made, we know for a fact we've been linked with, we've made bids for De Jong, which is a massive step in the right direction. The facts we're in for Eriksen, which is a massive step in the right direction. Also, outside of the transfers, we have a manager I now believe in. For the first time in 3 years, we have a manager I look at and go, you can get the most out of what we have, even if it's limited, even if it's poor, even if it's average. I go,
bro, I can't lie though, man. It's just like the fact that the Ranić went, just fucked me up. Like, because it just brought me back to reality. Like, it's like, like you think we're going in the right direction, and then you bring in the guy that's meant to do this and that and help, and then you just get rid of him. So now it's like,
I believe they had a conversation though.
Huh?
I believe they had a conversation, Ten Hag and Ralph, and realized it wouldn't work. And I'm not optimistic. I'm just waiting to see. I keep using this analogy and I use it again. The film started and we're 20 minutes in. A man are telling me it's dead. The film's 2.5 hours. How do we know how bad this film is? These man, it's new. Ten Hag's new. He's not even took a training session yet. The manager's new. The coaching staff is new. We've had a load of players leave. Board members have moved around, like the whole shout out Nuruddin. Like he always puts up the picture, of like the family tree of the structure. And everything's new. Everything's changing around. Yes, it might be the same people, but they've gone into new roles. People are still getting situated. This is why I use Chelsea as an example. The reason why Chelsea haven't done any business yet is because they've got new owners who are getting situated at the club and figuring things out. So I'm not optimistic. I'm just like, it's a new film. Let's see. Now, if we get 2 hours into the film and it's still...
I'm like, let's see as well. But you that's all you can be, really. Let's see. Because
but these people ain't. People have already read it off and said, we're terrible and the board ain't going to do anything and Ten Hag's not been backed and yeah.
Oh, there's a possibility of that in it, like, but we don't know.
But people are talking again. We don't know, which is cool. But people are talking like that's facts. I've had many debates on here with people, and they've been like, "Oh,
but you've always been a guy of probabilities and shit."
Yeah, but how do we know Ten Hag's it? But probabilities with logic involved. How do we know Ten Hag's not been backed? Everything I say, whether you agree or disagree with me, I will say X, Y, and Z and give you reasons why I think these things. How has Ten Hag not been backed? How do we know this? There's nothing to suggest he's not been backed. Ten Hag's not come out and said anything. But because it's the 21st of June and we ain't signed anybody, people are putting their feelings involved. I don't talk with emotion when it comes to my football club. I look at it from a logical standpoint and go, I'm not surprised by this. I didn't expect Ten Hag. People expected Ten Hag to land on Monday and Tuesday. We got 4 new signings. It was never going to happen. Am I shocked that we haven't signed anybody yet? No. Because I believe Ten Hag is still assessing everything outside of transfers. He's in a new job. He's just moved country. There's so many things in that. I'm saying, like, me and Tox was talking in the motorbike. We was running bands. Man, still figuring out where everything is, where the canteen is. You know what I'm saying, where the toilet's in this place. Where's my office? How do I get around the city? All of these things, like, we still don't know. Still learning the tea lady's name and that. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. His coaching staff is brand new, is getting situated, and then everything above you is new as well. We got a new guy ahead of negotiations. Woodward's gone, who was holding everything down. So now it's a new regime completely, but people expected it to flick over and 5 man are in it. And we've got De Jong and we've got Eriksen and 2 6s and a centre-back and a new goalkeeper and a right winger and a striker. And McTominay got sold and Maguire and Lindelof and Shaw and Dalot and Bruno and Martial and Rashford were all sold. That was never going to happen. Look at it logically. You know what I'm saying? But people don't look at it logically. You know why, Dan? Because it's all about feelings. And this is the same shit that man went through with the whole Ollie in, Ollie out debate. And now them man have disappeared. Unju was one of them. He was an Ollie, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Who?
He was an Ollie, you know? My man in the comments talking rubbish. He was an Ollie, you know? I'm saying, ironic, innit? Man calling me deluded was an Ollie, you know? You know what I'm saying? If that's not the definition of irony, I don't know, innit? Man now can't get a job in the country, but we move. But that's my point is, like, yo, it is what it is. I look at things logically. Like, I'm just waiting to see what is going down. I'm not surprised we haven't signed anybody. But one thing I do like, I like literally, minus Nunez, probably Pau Torres, I like every player we've been linked with, which is rare. Because normally I don't like the links. But any players we've been linked with Vim, I'm like, I like this. Like, even the left back, we got linked with Martinez, Cole, Anthony, Diaz. The only issue I have is the 6. And I still think the strikers are option. I still think strikers are a problem as well. Well, yo, we moving it. You know what I'm saying?
What strikers can we get, man?
Yo, go scout him, fam. The strikers out there. Go do your job in it and go scout. Say it all the time. Go do your Googles. Go scout. If United gave us free a budget, if United gave us free a budget, and was like, go to a such and such a country, go around Europe, you free, and go find strikers of this profile, we could find them. We could find multiple, and that's us free. You would use half that money to party. You know what I'm saying? And drink and get waved and all types of nonsense. But we're legit. I believe we could genuinely do that. And none of us free are trained scouts. So why can trained professionals who are paid thousands upon £1,000 of a week not do that? To that credit, I heard our scouting system do recommend some good players, but then it gets ignored. So there's strikers out there, but it is what it is. But Ivorian, we'll get to it. But before we get to it, actually, hit the like button on the video, people. Subscribe to the channel as well. The Richard Arnold video. Talk about it, Ivorian. I know you want to get to it.
Yes, guys. You guys saw the pictures come out during the weekend. Leaked footage of Richard Arnold addressing fans who probably, as I heard, protest outside his areas near his local pub. So he decided to sit down with these fans, talk about what's going on in Manchester United, talk about the Glazers, the ownership, and also the season that went past, and back in Ten Hag, and also, again, like I said, the De Jong transfer. It's quite crazy because it's something that we've never seen before, you know. We've always hoped and wished for Ed Woodward to, you know, talk to players, talk to the fans, especially to address. But it's quite unique to see someone else that's taken the role of Richard Arnold to sit outside his local pub and address it to these fans. And again, some people saw it as, wow, brother, you should have never done that because it got leaked out and he may have got himself in trouble with his employers. He spoke about the money. Not seen, if you talk about the £1 billion we've spent I couldn't even tell you where that's gone. You know, talked about how the Old Trafford itself needs investment, the stadium needs investment, the training facilities need investment, but the only way you can do it is by getting investors. He also said the money is there to sign the player, De Jong. If Ten Hag wants it, we're ready to back him. It's about the fee that we have to agree with Barcelona, but the money is there for Manchester United. But what strikes me the most is that I'm of some belief that he knew he was getting recorded, because you can't be there sitting there and you got 4 men with their drinks and they've got their phones out low key recorded. I'm very sure that he knew that he was recorded, because he came out the following day saying that he was abroad for the leaked footage to be leaked out, like he was unaware of it. But my God, you can't say you're unaware of 4 men sitting next to you with their phones there. You definitely saw them recording you, and you thought, shit, my job's on the line. Let me just not say anything bad. But I'll be honest with you, looking at this, it's good PR. It is good PR, people, you know. But there's some truth has come out. The fact that he claimed that you can't see it, where the £1 billion comes from. Manchester United still need investment, regardless of the money that we have, and they plan to do that. The De Jong, they're in talk. So a little things came out that can confirm some good positive news. But in my opinion, should he have done that? That's the question. Should he have done that? And should have those people recorded him? They shouldn't have, because they messed up the opportunity to have a relationship with him, you know, undercover relationship where they know the inside out of Manchester United. But he done fucked up there, you know. I feel sorry for him, because he was seen that someone that was going to do some good stuff for Manchester United. Now it might just come to an end. You just never know. But I'm just praying that the Glazers, obviously the Glazers don't watch Manchester United, and I hope it doesn't come to that, because, boy, you know, talking about your players like that can get you into the office in the Monday morning. What's your thoughts on it, Flawless, seeing that footage?
He didn't say anything that was groundbreaking. He didn't say anything shocking. And Pyramid Scheme mentioned it there. PR Merchant FC. We never learn FC. We need signings, not waffle. So man needs to threaten your fan for you to talk to the fans. I don't care if he talks to the fans or not. I keep saying this. I couldn't give 28 shits if he talks to the fans. I couldn't care if he had my number and told me directly on a daily basis what was going on. Actions speak louder than words. Go do the business. I don't care, man. I don't need words and lip service. I don't care. Like, I've legit, he could have came out and in that recording and said everything you want to hear, people. But if nothing gets done, it doesn't matter. Same way he could have said everything and you disliked it and hated everything he said and disagreed and believe it's PR. But if he gets the business done, we won't care. All this off the field stuff don't matter. What Richard Arnold says doesn't matter. Because if he says nothing, some people will complain. If he says things, people will say, oh, it's PR. If he does say certain people, and on top of saying stuff as well, people will also say, oh, he's being a company man, or I don't believe him, or whatever. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? What he says to us will not impact. Are we getting a number 6 from? That's what I would ask.
He was asking the question.
That's what I would have put. I wouldn't have filmed him either. I don't know why he put it out, but that's what I would have said. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have said to him. Yo, we signing a DM, like legit. I would have asked him legitimately about transfer targets. Like, all right, what's the profile? I would have went in depth. All right, have you spoken to Ten Hag about the profile of player he wants? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on in that aspect? Where's the midfield? Why are we signing the left back? What's going on with the centre back? Like, I would have legitimately asked him tactical questions about Ten Hag. Don't give me just nonsense, the £1 billion. Like, who cares? Who cares, man? Like, just do the business. I couldn't care less, man. Sign some players. That's all I want, and sign quality. That's it. What are you saying, Dan? Your thoughts on it?
Bruv, I can only echo what you said, bruv. Like, I don't give a shit, bruv. Like, just do it like Nike, bruv. Just do the business, bruv. Like, I don't care. Like what you said, man. I do not give a shit, bro. Just sign players, bruv. Do your job, bruv.
But you know what I mean?
That's
personally,
it.
I just thought it was interesting to see a CEO, dialogue with the fans.
Bro.
We've been asking
these
for
type of man,
inside
they're
knowledge.
very good salesmen. They give good sales pitches. They're good with their words and gift of the gab and all that shit. So I don't even care what he says or anything. It don't matter, because we'll never know until it happens. Like what Flawless said. Like, we need to wait and see like what he does. Can he back up his words and that? It's all lip service words, and don't mean anything, bro, until he backs it up.
We shall see.
Of course, he's gonna say that. He has to say all of that. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give him credit though. Like, the one thing I will say is he don't have to talk to the fans. So salute to him. And why I don't think it was PR. This is why I don't think it was a PR stint. Because a PR stint, I think he goes all the way in and cuts like a WWE promo on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he goes the whole way in and tells us everything we want to hear again. And like,
yeah, but he might have done that, and the camera might have not been rolling then.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I think, yeah, potentially. It is potentially.
That was what, a couple minute or something?
Yeah, it was only a couple minutes. Yeah, it was like a minute and a half. But I reckon if it was, he's selling the dream and like 110%. Talking about a new stadium, going to sign 9-10 players. You know what I'm saying? Ten Hag loves Manchester United. He goes the whole way with it. But that's why I don't believe it was PR. He didn't say anything. He was honest, to be honest. Like, when he turned around and said, "Oh, the Glazers," he's like, "The fans don't like the Glazers," and I understand that. You don't have to. He could have easily sat there and defended him, but he gets it. Of course, you're not going to come off and you're not going to come out and slag off your employee, but your employee, but still, like, so I respect what he did. I respect he didn't have to talk to the fans. He could have easily. He knew the fans was coming to his house and called the police. He could have easily done that. So he went and sat in the pub and spoke to them, man.
Yeah, is that true though? Like, they were coming to his yard and it.
Well,
yeah, that a report saying it.
They were protesting in his yard, and he took them to the local pub. I just don't know. Like, I don't know. It could be that PR stunt, just like the way Ed Woodward paid some people to come outside his house to try and threaten him, and he wasn't there. It could be one of those situations. You just never know. But it was if it is a PR,
that's why I don't think
done a good job.
See? And if he doesn't get sacked, it was all planned PR. Why is this Unja? If you don't get sacked, why is it planned PR? What did he say? What did he say that was so bad? That's what I want to know.
He didn't say anything that's sackable. Yeah? That's the thing. The only thing he said that with the Glazers, of course, he understands and all that stuff. And about the money being spent, you can't really see it. But he never really spoke badly on his employers, to be honest, to get sacked. That's why he's still there. Manchester United are just, again, I read it again, Manchester United are just disappointed that he done it. But you're thinking...
Yeah, but when he's saying like the money's there and all that, Wood used to say that shit all the time.
No. The thing is, though, that's not a lie. We know the money's there.
The money's there.
What does that mean?
Manchester United have never lacked funds. No one's ever said, right, we got no money.
Yeah, but
how much is always the conversation?
They correlate it to like as if they're about to sign fucking 10 players, like what Ranjit said.
With him, I think he just said there, like, yeah, the money is there.
But that's the thing, I see.
That's a bullshit thing to say, like.
But the money's not there at the same time because the money's on a restriction. The money's in prison with the Glazers. They tell you. This is how much
that's where it lies in the terms of how much. But again, everybody's just guessing because we don't know what's the transfer budget. Everyone just guesses. We don't know what the budget could be. 100 mil. The budget could be 150 mil. The budget could be 200 mil. The budget could be dependent on sales. Like, we don't, because one thing we have is cleared a hell of a lot of this wage budget.
Yeah, 43
the amount
million.
of players we've left. Like, there's a hell of a lot of money that have gone out. So we have a big wage budget anyway, because it's the most expensive in the league. But because it's cleared so much, when we go into negotiations, that's there. But that can work against you. Because not only one, the clubs and players know Manchester United are desperate for players. Players too, they know the money's there. So people are going to try to take you for a ride. People are going to ask, a player's going to ask for extra 30 grand, 40 grand, because they know the money's there. So rather than asking if a team's coming in for a player and that player would normally ask for 100K, use that as a ballpark figure, they're going to ask United for 150. Of course, that's smart. That's smart negotiations. You know what I'm saying?
That's him right out there, yeah?
Yeah.
He's with David Gill. He met with David Gill at a restaurant.
Well, that's good. At least he's dialoguing. How the hell did you do your job? Because I learned from Ed Woodward. He doesn't know shit. So at least he's dialoguing with someone of David Gill's class, man. I like to see that because he needs his knowledge on how to run a successful football club. Because none of these men know how to run a successful football club that's been there previously. So it's needed, man. But again, all I can say is, like, from the video I just saw a man that wanted to just honestly speak to the fans because he's probably had enough of this whole situation and he's fed up, just like we are fed up. Just like Flawless is fed up. Flawless wants to leave. I want to leave Manchester United. But we're tied down to this shit for life.
We're on a death row contract, fam.
At time when we do this watch along, we just want to turn off a laptop and say, why did we even do this? Yeah. But we sign up to this shit.
Facts. You spit. He's been. You have 2%. Diego says it worked as there is no longer fans there is yard. The landlord of the pub will be fuming now, I expect. Well, I don't. Maybe. If you talk about your boss wasting the company funds and not get fired, LOL, you got a better boss than mine. He's not lying though. You know what I'm saying?
They probably ain't even seen it.
He's not. Yeah, exactly. People act like
so
the Glazers are involved.
They're like Eminem, bruv. They don't see shit until like.
We presuming the Glazers are watching. You know what I'm saying? Like the Glazers ain't paying attention.
You ain't seen Joe Glazer try to walk fast when he's trying to ask him a question about Manchester United and look back and talk. Yeah, you don't want to talk about it. It's like, there's funds there available to sign the necessary players required for Manchester United, and that's about it. And he walked off.
Well, like that's legit what it is. Like this is what I'm saying. And more so, it was Woodward anyway. He was the guy. It's not like the Glazers weren't the ones spending the money. They weren't spending the money. Was the money made available? Yes, but Glazers weren't in negotiations spending the money like we're gonna do this, this, and this. That was Woodward. We all know it was Woodward.
Woodward was a joke, man.
Yeah, and we know Woodward wasn't good. As we've seen, look at our recruitment and where the state of the club. But hey ho. It is what it is, people. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we do sign someone during this week. We'll see. Just to get this De Jong deal over the line. We'll see what's going on with Eriksen, because I've seen so many mixed reports with Eriksen in regards to Manchester United, Spurs, Brentford. Antony links have popped back up. Obviously, the Martinez links popped up out of nowhere. That surprised me, because we hadn't been linked with him whatsoever. But it seems Manchester United are looking at a centre back who's a left.
Bro, I don't want De Jong, bro.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, act again. No, I don't act. You know what I'm saying? So don't do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an actor. I don't act. So don't put that on me and that. You know what I'm saying? You get pissed because you're emotional. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. I don't get emotional. So don't act. There's not no act about this.
Ice cold killer, baby. Ice cold killer.
You deep down, you don't know the truth. You think you know the truth. You don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? This is why you don't come back with nothing.
He's so cold.
Yeah, it's facts. Don't
hey,
act.
this is a loyal guy that comes here every week, you know.
Yeah, just to chat shit though. You know what I'm saying? And that man, I don't back up anything. Back up what you're saying. You know the truth. What's the truth? This is why he span off the other comment before when he said what he said. Notice that. Man want to come here and ask us questions. But when I ask them questions, man don't want to answer. Like I said, this is the same guy who was riding for Ollie. But here we are. You know what I'm saying? Man just being here talking absolute nonsense. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm glad that hopefully we get some deals done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I reiterate enough that I like the players we've been linked with. It does seem we're looking at a left-sided centre-back. It does seem that we're looking at a left-sided centre-back. So Black Diamond, people just come here to talk rubbish is calm. So yeah, left-footed because it was not Bastoni, it was Pau Torres, and then it was Martinez as well. But we'll see.
How do you feel about De Jong not wanting to come? Like,
I think he has reservations, but I understand.
That's jarring.
I'm a Manchester United fan. I don't want to be here. I understand. I get it. If you've seen what's just happened with Pogba, he could be Pogba 2.0.
That's what I'm saying. So don't come.
No, this is the point, though. That's my point. Is you have to sell the project. It's not Manchester United show up and you jump up and down. You know, work like that. I don't think people realize that we are Manchester United in name only. We are not an attractive proposition. We're trying to get back to being an attractive proposition, but we're not an attractive proposition. So I would understand why De Jong would, if this is the case, reports would have reservations. What's the plan? Where am I going to play? Who are we signing? What's the system we're going to play? Because if De Jong lands and there's no 6, he's Pogba again. It's the same shit. He's a Dutch Pogba. He's their own. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Yeah, sir, for Rochdale is saying I will never get over. That is one thing that affected me to this day. I will never get over that game. Never, ever get over that United Rochdale League Cup game. Never, ever. That'll be back shortly, people. Who was worse, Ollie or Lampard? Definitely Ollie, 100%. Without doubt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And with Lampard, I saw good football on the Chelsea. They played a good style.
Hey, don't say that too loud, man. The Chelsea fans won't be happy with that, fam.
No, it's true though. They were playing some good football in his first season. You know, good style of football. You know, you saw something there. You knew exactly what Lampard was about. But with Oli, we just didn't really know what his football was all about. It was all freestyled. So yeah, like at least I can be honest. Lampard looked like a better coach than Oli, even though that Oli outlasted Lampard. But Arteta outlasted all of them, and we all dissed Arteta. So yeah. It is what it is, man.
All of them are not good. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade. All of them are not good. You know what I'm saying? I think that's everything.
I'm just saying it. My eyes don't lie to me. I saw good for Winter Surfer. I saw some decent
Chelsea fans ain't happy, man.
With Lampard, you know, I'm just chatting shit right now because I'm all smiling when I'm talking, bro. I'm giving you jazz. You know, man, chatting shit. Nah, Lampard was trash, man. No, let's be real, man.
Man.
He was trash.
Yeah, go on. What were you saying? Yeah. Talk to us, Dan. Anything else you want to add, actually? Anything else you want to talk about? Because you mentioned De Jong, obviously, before your connection went.
Yeah, sorry, it was all breaking up and I didn't even catch what you said.
Oh, with the De Jong thing, I was just talking about how we're not an attractive proposition. Yeah, we have to sell it. We're not an attractive proposition. He could be Pogba 2.0. Where he lands.
But he was like, he don't want to leave Barcelona and that.
Right. Okay, that's on Manchester United to deal with that then. If you don't want to leave Manchester United, you move on. Simple as that. You go and get your other targets. That's what I would say. You go get your other targets. That's it.
And of course, moving on, because there's two things we can talk. Well, you choose one out of the two topics, because there is one of our ex-managers out here really trying to cop block Manchester United's progress.
LVG and that.
LVG telling Urine Timber.
I knew it.
You know, if you make that move to Manchester United, you know, you might be, you know, causing some serious offense for your World Cup selection if you're not playing regularly. Whereas we have a player just across the pond in Manchester, playing on the blue side, called Nathan Ake, who hardly plays football, guys. Who hardly plays football for Manchester City. But he gets a call up into the Dutch team. We can discuss that. We can discuss that because Van Gaal's been sorry. Or we can discuss Martial, whichever one.
We can do that both. We'll start with the Van Gaal thing both, man. We got time. This is our platform. You know what I'm saying? We got time. We keeping the cameras rolling. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Van Gaal out here just out here telling
Today
people,
I got time.
I couldn't believe it. I read this and I thought, Van Gaal, like seriously, did Manchester United do you that bad that you need to be sorry after 4, 5, 6 years? Like, I understand they sacked you the day you won the FA Cup, but why do you need to do this? Yes, you know he Van grudges because he's
charges, man.
Van grudges all the time. He's holding grudges. He tried to stop. He's tried to stop Ten Hag from coming to Manchester United by telling him, yo, you see where you're going? It's a commercial club. It's not a real footballing club.
What about that?
Go to a real footballing club. Now you're telling Urine Timber if he doesn't play football, although he's young, making a big step to Manchester United, he can't get a team, a spot in a Dutch team. I just don't get it. Like, what is all this hate for? Where is this coming from? Let go.
Yo.
Danny, you go ahead because you're out here laughing.
No, I'm laughing because I'm thinking about all them cop block girls, like them girls with their friends that are like, nah, she's taken, nah.
Yeah.
It's like weird. Like you need to relax, man. You need to relax, G. That shit, like, Van Gaal needs to relax, man. Honestly, what's wrong with him, bro? They're bitter. Just keep it moving, man. Shit. But yeah, man. No, I can't really say anything more than that. He's just a salty guy, innit? He needs to chill out, bro. If he's playing other guys in the national team and that are not really doing anything for their club. So I get it, man. Like what you said, I get it. But like what Flawless says, this guy's all in these emotions and that and feelings, bro. Allow it, man.
Well,
let your players flourish at the clubs and that. Let him flourish. Mm-hmm. Let him bring Man United. Yeah, you didn't like it how it ended up at Man United. But let players try and flourish there, innit? It's like one of them people that spoil shows for people and that. Like, you want to spoil it for everyone else and that. Like, don't spoil it for the young man. Let him come and try and do his thing, innit? Like,
exactly. There's even a bona fide word for it. There's a bona fide word for it, Danny. It's called enemy of progress. And he's out here trying to disrupt the progress of young Timber. And again, for him doing that, you're in Timber, I think you are Yeah, even with that, Flores is resulting to Gaal Timber saying to himself, you know what, I might as well stay at Ajax, and talk to my agent to renew my contract with Ajax, man. It's just not good. I just don't like this kind of situation. What did we do that was that bad? We put food in your pocket, good money in your pocket. We looked after you, when it wasn't working well, we just said sorry. It's not working well.
It's a strange one. It's a strange one. I don't understand. I don't know where it stems from with Van Gaal. Why he's so bitter. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was the sacking. I don't know if it was because he was backed. If it's something behind the scenes that was an issue. I really don't know. But again, feelings, man. You get them people in the comments all the time. Like I said, in it, Van Gaal, in it, like people are just really feelings, like that their emotions conquer it. And people tell you that, oh, you know what I'm saying? Why are you not affected by it? Blah, blah. It's like, right, because I'm not emotional like that. You know what I'm saying? Get out your feelings, man. You know what I'm saying? And look at it logically. With the Van Gaal situation, I don't understand what happened. I'm at a loss. I'm at a big, big loss as to what happened and why he's so sour and so bitter about it and stopping players from landing here. Like when there's players like you mentioned in the Dutch national team who play. Like Aki will play. He don't play for City week in, week out. So I'm sure Depay, probably with all the players Barcelona are planning on signing, won't be playing week in, week out.
Yeah, Depay hasn't been playing.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. You know what I'm saying, but I don't blame Van Gaal. That's on Timber. Timber doesn't believe he can land here and dislodge Maguire or Lindelof. That's on him.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka or challenge for right back position.
Right? Yeah, like under a manager who you've been successful under, like fair enough. You want to protect, you want to play in the World Cup. So I get that. I'm not even saying you're wrong, but back your skill set. If I'm him, I'm backing my skill set. I'm at Ajax. I'm taking a jump to Manchester United. But again, that's me from the outside looking in. So I'm not going to say he's wrong for doing that. I'm just going to say I would make the jump. But then again, I'm biased because I'm a Manchester United fan. If an Ajax fan is talking, they'll probably be like, nah, stay. The parallel universe, there's Ajax fans on the platform.
Anyone will feel like they have a good chance and they got the minerals to take over like that centre-back position from flipping what we have. You know what I'm saying? But it's a bit crazy, like what you said. If you don't feel like he's up for it, then shit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Timber, I think he's 20. I think so. I think he's 20, Black Diamond. You know what I'm saying? LVG has the right energy. I need Ten Hag on that same energy. If we get no signings by the end of June, man must quit. How do we know he wasn't promised? Again, pyramid scheme. This is where it's guesswork. How do we know he weren't promised signings in July? How do we know when they sat down in negotiations, they're like, we're going to negotiate in June for such and such a player, so X amount of players, and then by July, we're looking to have this amount of players in. And Ten Hag went, you know what, that's fine. Why are we talking for this man like we know what he wants and what's been done? Just because you want players in by June doesn't necessarily mean that Ten Hag is okay with players not landing in July. We don't know these things. I'm in agreement. I prefer players in by June, but we don't know. And this is what I'm saying. You can't put your feelings on Ten Hag. That's unfair. Or he should quit by June. Right? Say he was promised X. You'll have X amount before the window closes. You'll have X amount before the first game in the season. You'll have X amount before preseason's what? July the 12th, is it?
Yeah, it's just July the 12th.
So you'll have X amount by July the 12th. We don't know these things yet.
And Flawless, like you said earlier on.
See, look, this is what I'm saying. No signings before the start of preseason. Preseason doesn't start July, the end of June. Preseason is July the 12th. So if he has no signings before then, that's different. But again, this is what I'm talking about when I say feelings. That's just how you feel. Because those two statements make no sense. Yeah, if he has no signings by the end of June, man must quit. But then, but no signings before preseason is not the end of June. Preseason is the middle of July. Go on,
and people forget that, like you said earlier on, he needs to assess with his own eyes, not just from what he's seen on TV. He needs to assess and meet this person to see what he actually really needs. Because again, he hasn't seen a training session. You said he hasn't had one training session where he can say, all right, I know where I need to really, who I can really work with, and who really, really needs to go, and who I just definitely need to bring in. And that needs to happen. And that will happen in the first couple of training sessions. So as well, and it's not normal for Manchester United. It's not unusual for Manchester United to sign players during pre-season while pre-season is going on. It's happening all the time, and the players will join in during pre-season. So don't worry if we haven't signed anyone the first day or the first game of the preseason. I'm not going to go berserk because I know that players come in during preseason as well. But Ten Hag needs to see exactly his players with his own eyes to make the decisions. And that's what I reckon he's probably waiting for. That's why I'm not too fussed. I don't get into my emotions about the signings because, again, we have the whole summer. And knowing Manchester United, and you guys know Manchester United, we tend to do it last minute as well. So what would be a surprise if we do it this season again? If we sign all of those players after preseason is done.
Yeah,
Just
and you're saying
towards the
no.
start of the season.
United preseason starts on the 27th of June. Well, I'm talking about the preseason tour.
The preseason tour. The first game's 12th of July.
I'm talking the tour because wherever we are touring, you know what I'm saying, I don't know where we're touring, but I know we're touring. I'm talking the tour. But again, pyramid scheme. If you are being your feelings over it, that's you in it. You get stressed over it. I'm not doing that. Abraham says, "Hello, Flawless and Ivorian." And Danny, there's rumors of David Gill and Richard Arnold had met for lunch. What are your thoughts? Dan mentioned it. It's good that he seems to be trying to learn. Why not try and learn from somebody who's been successful? No, nothing bad can come from that. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to do a great job, but nothing bad can come from that. So I'm with it.
I think some would argue though, like, you know, like how when Ferguson left and all that, and then man still wanted to go to Ferguson to get advice. It's like it kind of, some would argue like questions he's questioning his own ability, sort of thing. Like, does he feel like he's good enough? Like he needs to go to X guys to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, innit?
Oh, I mean, listen, guys. In my opinion, because obviously, I come from a HR background as well. There is nothing wrong with asking for advice or asking for help to get to where you need to get. There's nothing wrong with it. And sometimes you need advice and you need it. It doesn't question your ability because it doesn't make you a weak person. In fact, it makes you a stronger person to go to someone and say, listen, I need help. Tell me how I can improve a certain aspect. But I'm still going to add my abilities, my thoughts on it. There's nothing wrong with that. And if David Gill and, again, Richard Arnold met up, like I said earlier on, it's only a good thing, you know, because you need wisdom as well from the guys, from the people that's done it. People say get advice from your parents. Why is that? Why do they ask you get advice from your parents? Because your parents have been there, done it, and know exactly what could potentially happen and know the outcomes of what could happen. So it's like that. Don't be afraid. Don't take it as an insult. Oh, he probably doesn't know what he's doing. He's asking David Gill for advice. No, he does what he's doing, but he probably needs David Gill to reassure him and probably give him a new aspect, a diverse opinion of where he's probably gone wrong. And Manchester United have gone wrong in many places. I bet you Ed Woodward never even bothered asking David Gill for advice, and he probably needed his advice, you know, or his help. True. So, guys, that's just how I see it, man. I really see it like that.
There's nothing bad with it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. If he's trying to, there's nothing bad that can come from him talking to David Gill. He's trying to learn. That's what he shows me. How would you not sit down with the man who did the job you're trying to do? And he did it very well. So yeah, like, but we will see. We will see. You wanted to talk about it, so we'll go there. Ivorian. Martial.
My last one. Okay, yes.
Talk about Martial. Yeah, talk to us.
Earlier on this morning, I think Samuel Larkus tweeted about Manchester United are braced for a prospect of Anthony Martial still being at the club next season due to the lack of offers to the forwards. Sources say that nobody's breaking the doors down for him. Do you know what? It is what it is sometimes with Martial, you know. If he happens to come back and he happens to stay, yeah, let so be it. You know, I'll welcome it, you know. Even though I said what I've said in the past weeks. I know. Let me land. I said it. I said that Manchester United need to move him on because, of course, the last 6-7 years I haven't seen much of him. I haven't seen that level of consistency, but I know the talent he has. It's the same situation with Pogba. You know he's talented. You know what he can do, and ideally he's more suited to a Ten Hag style, which is the truth. But if he happens to come back and no one wants to buy him, use him. Regardless, just use him because I know he can do a job for Manchester United on a Ten Hag. It's just that it's whether it's going to give you that attitude that we want, the hard work, the graft that we want, you know, the knee slides that we want. We want to see grass on his shorts, fam. You get me? So if you're going to do that, then go ahead. But I still say, as always, we should sell him because it's time to move these players on. But if it happens to be, let it be. Danny, now you go ahead and land.
Bro, like it's too little, too late for this guy. I'm done with this guy. Whether it's his fault, Man United's fault, same with Pogba. I don't care whose fault it is. It just hasn't happened for them. Simple as that. And so they can go. Bye, man. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of let's wait another 5 years and see if he can, do what he was always meant to do. And bro, it's done. Like, it's too late. You need more than just raw technical ability to make it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's just one side of it. And like I said, whether it's whoever's fault it is, because I'm not here to, when people, say, oh, it's Man United's fault, or it's to play, like, bruv, like, at the end of the day, it hasn't worked, innit? And how much more time do you want to give, man, for it to just work? We need to just keep it moving, be efficient, get new players, and that's it. Simple as that. To be quite frank, I'm sick of seeing Martial's name, sick of his face. Like, I'm nothing against him personally. I'm just sick of seeing these same old players that haven't turned up for whatever reasons. Like, it hasn't happened for him. Hasn't happened for Pogba. I don't hate them like a lot of these a lot of the fan base. They got their agendas and that. I'm simply keeping it real. As Flawless would say, logic. Like, it's just like, it hasn't worked for them, bro. Like, so move on. Keep it moving. I don't even care if he fits Ten Hag's style and that, whatever. It's done now. It's just done, innit? Just getting new players, bro. That's it.
Yeah, with it. Like I said, I understand Dan's frustration with the Martial situation.
Man,
What I do like is that he said, it don't matter whose fault it is. He's one of them. They need to sit down and have the conversation. Don't let it linger on. Don't let this become Pogba 2.0. Whereas Ten Hag doesn't want it, man. Or Martial doesn't want to be here. I know you are, but I'm saying don't let it become Pogba 2.0 where it's a distraction and it's not being utilized. Either he's staying and he's involved or you sell him. Simple as that. Does Martial want to be here? Does Ten Hag want to use him? If the answer to either of those questions is no,
we already know he don't want to be here.
That's it is. That being said, that's a conversation. So then that's on Martial and the club to move him on. That's on them. 100%. That's on them to make that happen if that is the case. Because it's a new manager.
He don't want to be here, innit?
Well, he said that was under the last regime, and I understand. Maybe Ten Hag's different. Maybe Ten Hag talks to him and they sit down and Ten Hag goes, yeah, I want you to be involved. And this is the plan. And Martial goes, that sounds good. Or Ten Hag approaches him and goes, you're not in my plans. You can find another club. And Martial goes, all right, cool. Or Ten Hag approaches him and goes, I want you involved. And Martial's like, no, again, these are all conversations that need to be had. But for some reason, we don't do this. It's really that simple. Why are you like being in a relationship and you're not happy or she's not happy? Why? You know what I'm saying? And have the conversation and sort it out. People just let problems linger on. I don't get it. Why does there never seem to be any solution? It's really an easy solution.
Communication, man. Communication is key.
Communication is key, and we don't seem to communicate, but you man see each other every day. Mm-hmm. That's the crazy part. Hours on end. You know what I'm saying? You might spend hours on the training pitch together. And not just Martial and the manager and like the coaches stuff. Like
people got egos, man. That's why.
Absolutely shit. And the hierarchy, man. Like all these professional people involved and can't solve simple matters of if a player wants to be at a football club or not is absolutely stupidness. It's absolutely idiotic. Absolutely idiotic.
People that lead with their emotions, Flawless, man. People unlike you, bro.
Too many emotions. Facts, man. Too many emotions, man. Like, this is business.
That's why we get on.
It's too many. It's legit. People way too emotional to understand that. Yo, business is business. Mm-hmm. Like, there's times like business is a personal relationship. That's a different conversation. You know what I'm saying in that? This is business. As much as I love Manchester United, I understand Manchester United is a business, so I treat it as such. Mm-hmm. That's how I look at it. Manchester United don't have the fans' best interest at heart. We know this. So why am I going to have all types of emotions towards something that? How you going to love saying I don't love you back?
Just out here doing Alfie Moon on Cat Slater, bro. You don't want to be Alfie in this situation. You get me? Loving her, but she don't love you back. She cheats on you. You don't want that situation, guys. You get me?
I'm a slut. I'm a slag. I'm a slag.
Did she say that in one episode one time? At the end?
Yeah.
She was like, I'm a slag.
Yeah.
No. What she said I wasn't a slag. She said I was a total slag. That's what she said.
Fuck it. Oh my
What she does is what I do, Alfie.
Yeah.
I'm
just a bone slag.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I sorted out. You like I've already said, you don't want to be Alfie Moon out here.
Yeah,
You don't.
Don't be a simp.
You don't want to be Alfie Moon out here. So this is why, like, do I want Manchester United to be successful? Yes, of course I do. But I'm not getting in my feelings and getting mad and getting upset about it. If Manchester United don't try and do the best things to do to be successful, why am I getting mad? Fuck that. I'm saying, if I didn't do this content creating, I wouldn't watch us.
It's cheat.
Legit. Why? I stopped. I did before I started doing radio. I stopped watching Manchester United. Before I only started watching us again because we started doing From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio. Shout out to JV, shout out to Stroll. Legit, I stopped. Why am I letting these men ruin my weekend? I stopped watching. I stopped watching under Mourinho at points. I think I stopped watching under Van Gaal.
Bro, that's why
I would have stopped watching under Ollie when I became Ollie out, but I was, doing this. So I had no choice. Yeah, go on, Dan.
No, I was gonna say, bro, it's the same with me, bro. Like, I would only come on streams and that sometimes just to chop it up with the ManDem. Like, I don't even care anymore about fucking watching Man United. Like, that's how dire it has become. Right? And it's sad, like, man.
If the chat didn't ask for watch-alongs, I would have done it. The chat didn't ask for Manchester United watch-alongs and the supporters, and people didn't enjoy them. I wouldn't do them because I stupidly asked the chat and went, "You lot want me to do watch-alongs?" Thinking the chat were gonna say no. And they all said yes. I'm like, fuck.
People can't get enough of your face, G.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I hear you, fam. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hear you, fam. Like, salute to the Sarcasm City TV community. You lot are the best. I say this all the time. Whether I agree or disagree with you, you lot are the best. But yeah, I wouldn't. Why would I watch like something that just makes you unhappy every weekend? That makes no sense. That's what we all do for an hour and a half.
Unconditional love, man.
That's what we do, but is there an unconditional love is stupid. Love is blind, man.
Love will get you killed.
Yeah, love will get you killed, man. I'm saying, word to 50 and never die trying film fight.
You watch Romeo and Juliet, love killed them, bro.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, if
that's why you can't lead with your emotions, G.
Like, if I didn't content create, I don't talk about Manchester United outside of streaming. I don't. I'd put out the occasional tweet and that's it. I don't talk about it. I don't talk with my people around me about Manchester United. I get asked the question, bring up, I don't anymore. Why? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Surfer, shut up, man. This guy, but I was the Atalanta game away. Shut up, man. This guy, idiot. But yeah, but again, people doing it. You know what I'm saying? Where do you think Lingard will end up? No club meetings. No club meeting his wage demands. Somewhere in the Premier League.
Bro, who cares, man?
Mel end up dancing in New York. Fucking in
somewhere
front of lights.
He's Lingard, in it. Like, he's still good enough. Somebody will sign him.
Bun that guy as well, man.
Somebody will sign him. Yeah, Dan's had enough.
Yeah. I've had enough of these, man, bro. Bye.
I know Danny was pissed off seeing those videos of Jesse Lingard dancing in the middle of New York Times Square.
Bruv, I wouldn't mind any of that.
Look at this joke, man.
Oh, bruv, no, fam. I love all that. I'm here for that. I do that.
Yeah. Do you know I do that, but do you know what it is? Yeah, it's starting to get annoying to me. I'm like, you're 30 something, bro. Like, you're 30-year-old man. You're still acting like you're 17, fam. Sort yourself out, man. Bro, because these men flopped at Manchester United. You can't be out here enjoying yourself like this, bro. You should be ashamed of yourself. You shouldn't be posting up anything this summer. This whole entire summer, disconnect from social media. That's what they should be doing. Like, it's annoying because the performance that they gave to us last season is absolutely embarrassing. So this summer, I don't want to see you do pre-workout videos. Rashford, I don't want to see you do pre-workout videos. I don't want to see no one do anything. Don't post for a good 2 months until we come back and start winning. It is what it is. Like, it's annoying to see all of this. What's this? Do this, and then next thing you know, we're doing, I'm sorry again. We're sorry. You know, we're going to do it better next time.
You just summed it up, man. It doesn't come along with the other stuff. You know, all the dancing is all cool, but if that's all you're doing, then bun you, bruv.
Exactly so.
Wow, Google is mugging me off, bro. What's wrong?
Ciao, Google.
Beans.
Shout out.
Google just told me Shaw on my phone. What they talking about? Luke Shaw? Like, what are they talking about? Like, Shaw.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why to me, like I said, he's gone, so I don't really pay him no mind. I'm like, yo, enjoy yourself, do your thing. Innit?
Yeah, see you later, man.
Like enjoy yourself, do your thing. We got new players to get, man. Like that's how I'm looking at it. I think because we're just out of a bad relationship with Ollie. I'm just in that still in it. I'm just still enjoying not being in an abusive relationship. I'm still there. I'm still happy we freed from that. And I'm just happy and over the moon that we have someone in the dugout that I look at and go, yes, I'm going to reiterate this. I genuinely believe in Ten Hag. Forget the team. I believe in his skill set. I believe he can do things on a pitch and change. I believe he can change a game. I believe
I believe that, but I don't believe in what's around him, man.
No, I don't. But again, I didn't believe what was around the last guy, but that guy made it worse anyway. I didn't believe in him. I'm just happy we have a manager. I'm like, I pit him again. I go to war with him against any other manager. I'm in the trenches with you. I ain't no damn trenches with Ollie. Are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? That's where that stems from. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. It's gonna be interesting seeing him against the other Baldy Pep, man. It's gonna look good on the
I believe we can go. I believe we can go to the Etihad and he can put a game plan and a system in place where we can get a result.
Yeah, 100%. Because
with the inferior team,
he can do that.
Even with the inferior team, I believe that. Even same at Anfield, same at the Bridge, same against if we're the inferior team. I genuinely believe even with inferior tools.
But it makes sense because we've seen him do it at Ajax and that. We didn't see Ollie do shit with shit, bro.
This is what I'm saying. Like I believe we can genuinely that third game of the season against Liverpool, we can get a result. We can put in a performance, even though they are the better team. I'm looking at that game. If that's all you have more faith with him. We gonna get packed. I knew we were gonna get packed. I said the game we got beat 5-0. I said 4. I predicted us to lose 4-0. I said when we played City, I said we don't have a prayer. Not a prayer. We didn't. And that's my point is with Ten Hag, I'm like, that third game of the season against Liverpool, I'm not dreading games anymore. I'm not looking at watch-alongs and going, I don't want to do this. Saying like at that point.
I feel that way, but then something sets me back all the time. Like I said, when Ralph left and that, it's always something that brings me back to reality.
With the Ralph thing though, I wasn't surprised by what happened though. Because that's just Manchester United incompetence. Again, United have been doing dumb things for nearly 10 years. Why am I getting to the 10th year and shocked that Man United are still doing dumb things?
Yeah, but you think things are changing. Just when you think things are actually changing, then it doesn't. Like it goes backwards.
No, because it was still at that point, it was still the same people in charge. And because we didn't do our due diligence with Ralph and do that deal properly, as soon as we sat down with him, it should have been, this is what we're doing short term, this is what we're doing long term. And we never got that. He should have been guaranteed that consultancy role from the first negotiation. And we didn't do that. That's how I knew it. I was like, right, so we've got him in to do a job, but do this interim job, but he's better upstairs. But we didn't actually let him go upstairs.
Weird, man.
Nothing surprised me because even when you asked him about the consultancy role, he said he doesn't know. And I haven't spoken to them. I knew Manchester United was going to do something like this, do a U-turn. Manchester United will tell you, give you false promises and then turn behind your back and say, we just lied for him to sign the contract. That's about it. I'm not surprised the way they dealt with Ralph Ragnick.
That's like bringing someone round to your house to fit your windows, and you're like, yeah, you know what? Install my cooker instead. Stupidness. You know what I'm saying? Round peg, square holes. But that's typical Manchester. This is why I wasn't shocked by it. This is why I'm not. Maybe I'm just cynical in it. Maybe it's that. I'd say
maybe you're cynical.
Yeah, maybe I'm cynical. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's me being cynical.
You're narcissist.
I'm not a narcissist. Stop saying that. Don't worry, Flawless Pro Clubs will help you get through the Manchester United. Absolutely. I look forward to at this point, when we're doing Pro Clubs, I'm looking forward to Pro Clubs more than watching Manchester United. We play better football.
Yeah, because you can live vicariously as a manager. Like
I did a better job than Ollie. And I had hella delinquents in that team. You know what I'm saying? And personalities. You know what I'm saying? But we made it work. Made it work so far. I'm looking forward to Friday and that. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get promoted again. We've added squad. We made signings. We've legit made signings. Gonna change system and all that. Let's go. Large up surfer though. I think that is everything.
Yeah, it's everything.
I think so. Actually, Diego says here, should Arnold land Ten Hag his free transfer targets 10 games into the season? Where do you see Man United in the table? Where is Ten Hag's? Does Ten Hag have free transfer targets?
All I know is that Manchester United won top priority. No, I don't know.
What I'm saying.
Flawless, I can't say that.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I don't
we
know.
have one target,
10 games into the season, where do you see Man United in the table? As long as we're like top 5, top 6, cool. That's roundabout where we should be.
Same.
And that's why I'm not on the transfers too heavily either, because even if we had a perfect window, my expectations for the season don't change. I said this already. The best Manchester United can do is top 4 on a trophy. That's the very best it gets. You don't get no better than that. There's no Premier League title charge. We're not in the Champions League. There's no challenging for the Premier League. There's no finishing 3rd. 4th is the very best we can do. I'm looking at the Europa League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, implementing a system and a style. That's what I'm looking for. And Ten Hag figuring out who he needs to keep and who he wants to get rid of, and us going in the window next summer and trying to improve. We gotta catch the 2 North London clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
We gotta catch Arsenal and Spurs. Then we have to catch Chelsea. Then we have to catch Liverpool and City. That's how this works. We are well far off. That's why I'm looking at when people were like last season, Manchester United should finish 8th and not be in Europe. Why should we not be in Europe to finish 4th in the Premier League?
Yeah, Flawless, I didn't understand that. So what? You want me to just do one game every fortnight or something like that? No, bro. I need to enjoy my football, bro. I need to see my United play as often as I can. Even if it sucks, I still need to see them play as often as I can. You know? Did you get me? We should be in Europe to give those players game time and development. We have to. Europe is necessary for a club like Manchester United. It doesn't matter if it's even if it was Europa Conference League. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Go win it. Facts. Come on.
And people need to understand as well, Europa League is a backdoor into the Champions League because there's no guarantee we finish 4th, people. We are currently not in the 4 best teams in the country. We are not guaranteed the 4th spot. Mm-hmm. That's why I said 4th at very best. So getting into the Europa League and we need to win a trophy, I'm like, yeah, make this happen.
Go ahead. Let's dominate Europa League. Let's get there first. If we can't dominate our league, let's dominate Europa League to get there at least, because it's going to be difficult regardless to get into the top 4. We've got competition. Right. Newcastle might be coming into the game with this oil money. So you get me. You guys know this. We're going to have some issues there, and you never know. Leicester might fix up again and probably try and challenge for a top 4 again. Aston Villa might try it as well. West Ham as well. You got these competitions, so it's important.
Facts. And top 4.
I think this is why a lot of other people are worrying about the fact that we haven't signed anyone yet as well, because they're seeing all the other teams around us and that. After the season we just had, it's like people expect us to just be on it straight away. Yeah. Like we need to sort shit out quick. Like
where I push back on that is, forget City and Liverpool. We're nowhere near them. So people can't be like, oh, City, whether they signed anybody or signed.
I ain't even talking about them.
But no, I'm not saying you, but I'm saying I see people use this. Oh, look at what City look. They're not in the same ballpark as us. Chelsea haven't done any business yet. Spurs have done good business. Arsenal have only signed. Who've Arsenal signed? Fabio Vieira? Is that it?
Yeah, and no, they signed someone else, Marquinhos. Some striker called Marquinhos.
Okay, so they signed Marquinhos, Fabio Vieira. Then obviously linked with Rafinha and Gabby Jesus. So they've signed 2. So they've signed 2 unknown players, and people are up in arms.
They're happy.
But then there's certain other players that you would think Man United will go in for that we've missed out on and stuff. And it's just a bit like raw. Like
who would you put in that bracket?
So seeing as the fact, like older players, we had Matic in that contract expiring that. I don't know why we didn't go in for that guy that went Aston Villa, that DM. Like, why not?
I get what you're saying, but then that goes back to what I said earlier. Maybe Kamara don't sit what Ten Hag's trying to do.
Yeah, but then who does? We've only been linked with like certain man that are not even.
Again, this is the key to the question. This is the big £1 million question. What does Ten Hag want? Don't just go and sign players as it is. Maybe he don't. Maybe he didn't want. Maybe they looked at Kamara and Ten Hag went, "Nah, I don't want him." That's a possibility.
And then I'm seeing like Fulham signing that guy from Sporting, bro. That DM from Sporting. Like what?
I want no more players from Sporting. I'm good. I'm good.
Fulham though, like raw.
Yeah, but again, maybe that DM from Sporting doesn't fit what Ten Hag's trying to do. These are all question marks. We don't know these things. it's good to us. Would I prefer United to assign Basuma? Absolutely, because I like Basuma. I think Basuma is a quality player. However, if he don't fit, I can't say back the manager and then just go when he don't sign a player I want us to sign, be like, oh, we should have got Basuma. Like, no, maybe Basuma don't fit what he's trying to do. Because I think Basuma is a fit for most teams most of the top teams in the league. But it was only Spurs that went in for him. I think he fits City. I think he fits Liverpool. I think he fits Chelsea. I think he fits us and Arsenal. But his top 4 should be our target. It's a good baseline to judge our team. Yeah, that's the best we can do. Top 4 will be the target. That's the best we can do, though, pyramid scheme. We don't finish any higher than 4th. We're not one of the 3 best teams in the league, even if we get everything we wanted. We're not better than the teams who finished. We're not better than the 3 teams who finished in those top 3 positions. Nor do we have a better manager than them.
Sad, bro.
Are we better than Spurs? It could that be argued. Are we currently constructed better than Spurs? No. Are we better than Arsenal? That's a question to be had. So you could argue Manchester United are the 6th best team in the league. But that's how I'm looking at it. That's why I'm looking at the domestic competitions and Europa League. Go win one of them. Ideally, the Europa League. I really think we should target it because we shouldn't be going this long without a trophy.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
It is what it is. All right, we're going to close out the show. Go on, Dan. Say your last bit. You say your last bit.
Nah, I'm just hearing you speak here. I'm just thinking, like, it's just like you've really gone past everything. Like, you're completely realistic now in the way of like we would normally be saying like, yeah, challenging for top, like, first spot in Premier League. Like, it's been so long without that now, and it's finally settled in like your head. It just feels like you've fully accepted like where we are.
I've always been like, and I've always been like,
but it's just sad, isn't it? That it's come to.
It is a sad indictment, but this is why fans will hate me. This is why fans will get on me. This is why I get called negative and
just
you get people in the comments talking rubbish. But then, like I said, these are the same people who are backing Ollie.
Yeah,
I'm saying. But now that man can't get a job in the country, and I said that while he was in charge. Once he gets sacked, he will not get a job in the Premier League ever again. He will not get a job in the top 5, 6 European leagues ever again. Salford, who is Brethren's own. They needed a manager. They didn't shout him. But yeah, his Brethren was on TV talking about he's good enough for Manchester United, but he's not good enough for League One or League Two Salford. But he's good enough for big bad Manchester United to compete against Pep, Klopp, and Tuchel, and Ancelotti and Bayern Munich. See, because people just say shit without no logic in that. You get it? Feelings. How they feel? Oh, he's my Brethren, so in the back. Like, I'm not into that. Like, I'm fully aware of where we are at. Best case scenario, we're the 4th best team in the league. Man. 4th best. People, we should be challenging because we're Manchester United. They don't work like that. We're Manchester United in name only. I say this all the time. This is why this season, and my hopes, my expectations of this season were the exact same of last season, where I said 4th and a domestic trophy is the best we can do. At the very best. Could we achieve 4th? Yeah, obviously things happen. Teams have off seasons. We've seen that happen like the season we finished 2nd. But if everyone's at it, we probably finish 5th. Obviously, things change. Signings, our signings, the teams around us. But if we finish 5th and win the Europa League, that's a very good season. It's a great building block. I really want us to target. That's the one thing I'm looking at is that Europa League competition and going, we have to win that. And that's a lot of pressure for a new guy coming into a mess.
Yes.
But that's how much I'm looking at Ten Hag and going, yo, you got to put the building blocks in place. Now, if we finish 5th and win the FA Cup or a League Cup, I take that too. Yep. It's not as good as winning the Europa League, but yeah. But if we're in the Europa League 2 years in a row, you better win it the second time round. You better win it the second time round or we finish top 4. It's one or the other. Like, we need those. We even need Europa League or top 4 or both.
Yeah.
This season and the season after.
Me being ambitious, I want both top 4 and the Europa League.
Yeah, of course. But just that's the best case scenario. Oh, and is it? Oh, Lukaku's back at Inter. Big up, Jez.
Oh my
Romelu
God.
Lukaku returns to Inter. Here we go and confirm full agreement. Now signed a loan deal.
Jeez.
Eight.
Look at
is
that
€8 million? €8 million.
Look at
Plus add-on
that
fees.
scrub.
All right. Okay.
Another
No
guy who
buy-
thinks he's fucking Zlatan or something, bro. He ain't
What?
shit.
No buy option or obligation clause. Wow.
Just a
I
loan.
don't relate to team performances. Wow, they just got him on a loan. Not even an option to buy. Mad. Hey, shout out to Inner. Shout out to Chelsea doing fantastic business. You know what I'm saying? Is all right, but we're gonna close out the show. Hit the like button, people. Make sure you hit the like button whether you're watching this live. Longer ManDem United than usual, but Dad dropped in. We have got over 40 likes, so big up to you lot. Subscribe to the channel. We're back tonight on the Twitch, people. It's either going to be a Q&A or a fan calling show. Not sure which one. Probably a fan calling show, but I'm not sure. But just keep an eye out on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Don't forget, if you want to join the membership, the link's underneath in the description as well. But Dan, we'll go to you. Anything you want to add before we finish the stream?
No, just big up for having me as always. Whenever I'm available and can hop on, you're always there. You always drop me the link and that. So big up, man. Big up to everyone in the comments. Much love to everyone. Yeah, hope everyone has a good evening, man, and hopefully we sign some players, man.
Yes,
ASAP.
Absolutely. Ivorian, my guy.
Yes, big up to everyone that's tuning in as always, man. It's always a pleasure, man. You know, you're probably wondering what Ivorian Spice. I haven't really put any content on YouTube. It's because I'm here right now during the whole preseason. We've got nothing to do, man. I do feel like I should do some uploads, but I can't be bothered right now. I just like chopping it up here every Tuesday. So if you're wondering what you're going to do, something, you need to come here every Tuesday until the season starts as well. Even after that, I'll still be here because we're going to be here till all the wheels fall off, man. You get me? But big up to everyone. Subscribe. Smash that like button as well. Remember to share as well. And the ladies, as always, as I always say, because you are the plugs for man to get to where we need, because you know all the ManDem. So remember to share the link to your ex-boyfriend, your current boyfriend. Remember to share the link to the chicken guy that always asks you for your number and gives you a free chicken wing. Even though you didn't get, yeah, exactly. Even though you didn't ask for wings, you wanted a burger, he still gave it. He still gives you a chicken wing. Remember to keep sending the link, and remember to send the link to the guy that's been trying to move to you at the bus stop. And you keep telling him, "I got a man." You get me. You get me. But when you tell him you got a man, he told you, "But your butt is anyway." Remember to share the link to him as well. You get me. And also, last but not least, remember to share the link to your dad's friends that's been looking at you up and down now that you have all grown with all of this and all that bum. You get me? And when you send them the link and they ask you, what is this? Tell them that you found a man that does it way better than you. And that's your boy Ivorian Spice.
Shout out Ivorian. That is Ivorian plugging the show right there. Big up to Ivorian. Don't forget to subscribe to his channel, though, people. The link is in the title, so you can click it, and it will take you straight to his page, but it will keep the show rolling. And go subscribe over there. Make sure you subscribe here, hit the notification bell. Road to 4K. I think we're less than 100 away now. Yeah, so we definitely will be doing the 4K party. Obviously, we did the 2K Twitch follower party last weekend. So as soon as we hit 4K, we'll do a bigger party on here as well on the YouTube channel, man. We're going to keep the shows rolling. Follow the ManDem across all the socials as well. The ManDem United podcast will be back Thursday, people, 5:30 p.m. I'll be back with my Don Eddie. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.